promise. It's going to be that kind of day. A very good morning, you gorgeous human beings. I am, of course, talking to the two gorgeous human beings stood beside me. We're going to have fun. We're going to be impossible today. It's a Met takeover.
Oh my gosh, wow. I'm so excited. We are hours away from the biggest event to start off 2026. It's high fashion, bold style, and the thrill of the race all coming together in one spectacular day.
Spectacular, I think, is an understatement, guys. Especially when I'm looking next to you, I'm going, wow, wow, wow. You have epitomized the look for this season. And I really do love it. I'm going to echo that statement right now. And this is what's happening this morning, Mzansi. We are diving into the build-up of the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, celebrating the glamour, the couture, and the standout moments that make this event truly iconic. We're talking everything from daring looks to must-know style inspiration. We explore how Met magic comes alive, both on and, of course, off the course. And we've already started that magic right here, right now.
We felt it. We all came into work early this morning. You don't understand. We were that excited. Meg, our incredible stylist, is going to be taking us through how we can embrace the opportunity. And when we say opportunity, I mean the year's first big party, really. And obviously music is going to take center stage here as we set the scene. Oh, we got the soulful Salome is here alongside comedy legend. I might shed a tear when I see his gorgeous face. Martin Lottering is here. They've got a beautiful, very exciting live collaboration. Yes, we are combining these two powerhouses. There's heart, there's humor. There will be creative expression par excellence.
Oh my gosh, I actually recently saw Mark in his musicals. There it is.
Another level,
Colleen the cashier.
How do you understand?
I understand. He was incredible. I said, Yera Bronwyn. It is going to be such a great time of us hanging out together. Plus, our Friday Dance Spotlight moves in perfect harmony with our Symphony of Style theme. And we round things off with a delicious note because guess what? Bake that thing!
Yeah,
oh, Lord. It's back, baby.
It's back with Chef Clem at the helm of all things delicious.
Oh, it's going to be spectacular. G-Man, are you ready for this?
I don't know. I don't know if they're ready for it. I'm sorry. We're going to be impossible today. We've got a lot of exciting things happening. It's fashion, it's flair, it's feel-good Friday energy, all unfolding today on Expresso. But we do actually have to make this look like a job.
All right, let me go and do my duties.
So please, if you can, do some work. Buddy, are you ready?
Bro, I'm actually getting excited. I can start to feel the glamour. I can feel the magic. It's starting to come alive and it's real. It's happening this weekend. And I'm telling you, the talks and the conversations we're going to have this morning, you are going to be inspired to say the least.
Absolutely love it. It's a symphony of style and we can all add our little notes to that incredible sound this morning. It's going to be very special. But of course, yes, we do have those official duties to get through as well. I'm going to delve into some crazy sporting headlines after Chris has taken us through the news.
Well, thank you so much to our gorgeous gents today. 3 minutes after 6 o'clock, let's get straight into your national news headlines. Now, we get started here with at least 14 senior SAPS and Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Municipality officials who have been referred for investigation after the Madlanga Commission identified possible wrongdoing. President Cyril Ramaphosa has accepted the Commission's interim report and recommendations submitted in December and welcomed referrals for criminal investigation, prosecution decisions and employment actions, including suspensions. Now, referrals were made where prima facie evidence was found. Probes will be handled by SAPS, the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, and the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department, covering allegations ranging from corruption and fraud to perjury and murder. In other news in the country, the preliminary hearing of controversial businessman Vusumuzi Katmatlala and 4 co-accused has been postponed in the Johannesburg High Court until the 6th of February. Now, Matlala faces 11 attempted murder charges and other counts linked to failed attacks on his former girlfriend, Tebogo Toboyane, businessman Joe Sibonyoni, and music producer Sienki Mokubong, known as DJ Vetties. Now, the delay allows his defense to negotiate with the Department of Correctional Services for a transfer back to a Gauteng prison after being moved to a maximum security facility in Kokstad, KwaZulu-Natal. In your international news making headlines, French energy giant Total Energies has restarted construction on its massive Mozambique liquefied natural gas project in Cabo Delgado, 5 years after a jihadist attack killed hundreds and halted operations. Now, the $20 billion project, the largest private investment in Africa's energy infrastructure, is expected to create thousands of jobs and make Mozambique a top exporter. Total Energy CEO Patrick Poyane said 80% of the 4,000 workers on site are Mozambican. Now, President Daniel Chapo described the resumption as a sign that Mozambique can overcome challenges and restore investor confidence. In other news, health officials are raising alarms over a Nipah virus outbreak in India's West Bengal, where confirmed cases, including healthcare workers, have sparked heightened surveillance. Now, the World Health Organization classifies Nipah as a high-priority pathogen due to its fatality rate of 40 to 75% and potential for human-to-human transmission. Now, in response, countries including Pakistan, Thailand, and other Southeastern Asian nations have introduced stricter border screening and airport health checks. That's to prevent the virus from spreading beyond India, highlighting growing global concern over the outbreak. For your first bit of news, let's close off on this note with Flip Flop Day 2026. That's back on Friday, the 20th of February, inviting South Africans to slip into their pluckies for a powerful cause. Led by Childhood Cancer Foundation South Africa, the cheerful campaign asks schools, workplaces and communities to buy a 10 Rand sticker and wear flip-flops in solidarity with children and adolescents facing cancer. And while it looks light-hearted, the impact is profound. Funds raised help provide accommodation near treatment centres, transport, psychosocial care, as well as learning support during treatment. This year's focus is friendship, encouraging people to take part together. Just 20 stickers can cover a child's monthly travel to treatment, proving small steps can walk a long, meaningful way. Well, we definitely will be hoping to don our pluckies come 20 February, but that is where we leave your 6 o'clock news. It's time now for your sports.
Oh, have to say, sport not disappointing in its opening stanza for 2026. Let's start with the tennis and Aryna Sabalenka reaching now a fourth consecutive Australian Open final. That was after dispatching Elina Svitolina 6-2, 6-3 in Melbourne yesterday. With world number one, will now meet her old foe, Jelena Rybakina, who held her nerve to beat Jessica Pegula in straight sets. Big guns putting their hands up. The pair renewed their rivalry in a rematch, in fact, of the 2023 championship match, where Sabalenka, of course, triumphed. So cannot wait for that one. So great to see this name back front and center. Quinton de Kock smashing a sensational 115 as he continued his SA20 form for the Proteas, chasing down 221 with the team to beat the West Indies by 7 wickets in that second T20 international playing out at Centurion. So de Kock and Ryan Rickleton, who scored 77 not out, sharing a very decisive 162-run stand, making all the difference there, securing the series with one match to spare. That was after South Africa reached 225 for 3 with ease, it really looked like. So the final game is to be played on Saturday at the Bull Ring. Get down to the Wanderers to support if you can. Now let's shift down a few age groups to see another brilliant performance. Viran Chamoditha's brilliant 110 powered Sri Lanka to a 5-wicket win over the South African under-19s at their World Cup showdown in Bulawayo, with his 143-run stand with Sanuja Wekonagoda making light work of the 262-run chase. They really did look like seniors on the day, despite Jorik van Schalkwyk's 116. South Africa remained winless in the Super Sixes. They're going to need a turn of form. They play their final match on Friday, hopefully save some face there. Now let's get back into footy abroad as Aston Villa continued to show remarkable form and rallied from 2 goals down, in fact, to beat Salzburg 3-2, extending their unbeaten home run in Europe and finishing second in the Europa League phase as well. Then Porto, they overturned Rangers 3-1 to secure 6th and automatic qualification. Brilliant performance, while Real Betis defeated Feyenoord 2-1 to book a direct place in the last 16. Brilliant sport across the board. We'll continue to track it this morning on the top of the hour, every hour when we can. Likewise, keep you abreast of what's happening on the weather front. It's a big weekend. Let's see what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Thank you so much, E-Man. Wondering whether you should wear a Speedo or a rain jacket? Well, let's dive into weather right now and find out for ourselves. We're going to start off in Polokwane. Now, you're starting off your Friday with afternoon thunderstorms. Temperatures will start off with a low of 16 degrees and reach a warm 31 with light winds expected from the east. Otherwise, beautiful conditions indeed. There's the roundup of your temperatures for the day and what you can expect. Moving on, we head to Klerksdorp next. This is where you can expect scattered thunderstorms for your region. Now, temperatures will start off with a low of 18 and climb to a scorching 29 degrees. Winds light and are expected from the north. Now, rainfall is also forecast up until early next week, and here's a roundup of what you can expect over the next few days. Pretoria's up next, and now this is where you'll experience mostly cloudy skies accompanied by scattered thunderstorms, light winds which are expected, and that'll be coming in from the north. The temperatures will range between a low of 18 and a mid 29 degrees, and rainfall is expected over the next few days. Moving over to Johannesburg, today we'll experience mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms. Temperatures will range between a low of 16 and reach a high of 26 degrees. Light winds from the northwest, and for the rest of the week, it looks like very wet weather coming through your way, so stay warm and stay dry. Mbombela today brings you mostly sunny conditions. Light winds coming through from the east. Temperatures, however, will start off with a low of 18 and reach a nice warm 30 degrees Celsius. The rest of the week, it's looking fairly interesting. Some warm weather, some cloudy weather, and some sunshine, so you get a full polarity on your side of town. Bloemfontein, however, today brings mostly partly cloudy conditions. A little bit of thunderstorms coming through and light winds from the northwest. Today, however, you'll be experiencing a low of 17 and a high of 32 degrees, with the rest of the week mostly sunny over the weekend up until next week with some rain. But moving on to Richards Bay. This is where you'll experience partly cloudy skies with a low of 23, a high of 30 degrees, nice and warm, and moderate winds expected from the northeast. Clear skies with warm temperatures are forecasted all the way up until Sunday, so make the most of it. Durban, however, you can expect mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures will range between 23 and 29 degrees. Winds coming through from the northeast, just moderately so, but temperatures kind of seem to be remaining in the upper 20s for the rest of the week, so looking rather good up until Wednesday, where it looks a bit wet. Mthatha, today you'll experience afternoon thunderstorms, so stay dry if you can. Temperatures starting off with a low of 19 all the way up to 31 degrees, nice and warm. Light winds coming through from the east and heavy rainfall expected for the rest of the week. Moving on to Cradock. What's happening on your side of town? Cloudy morning skies, and of course taking place all the way through to the afternoon where it starts to clear up. Temperatures, however, from 18 all the way up to a scorching 35, and of course lower to upper 30s are forecasted for the rest of the week, so enjoy the heat and make sure you slap on some sunscreen. GQ Becha, lots of clouds coming through in the skies. Temperatures ranging from 21 to 29 degrees. Moderate winds coming through from the east, and the rest of the week, warm temperatures accompanied with a little bit of rain forecasted for the rest of it. George, however, afternoon showers are coming through to your region. Temperatures ranging from 18 degrees all the way to a nice warm 29, and strong winds coming through from the southwest. Rainfall is, however, expected over the next couple of days, so please stay dry if you can and make the most of this weather. Get out to some watery conditions. Maybe a surf is on. Cape Town, the mother city, you start off your Thursday with cloudy morning skies transitioning to sunny conditions. Strong winds with gusts of 32 kilometers per hour expected from the south. And of course, for the rest of the week, temperatures are going to be ranging. Today, 19 to 27, but a little bit of wind coming through over the next couple of days. Sunday, if you're on the False Bay coastline, there's some waves coming through. Sutherland, expecting abundance of sunshine. A little bit of a polarity here, come from 13 degrees all the way to a scorching 32 degrees Celsius. And a little bit of wind coming through from the west. High temperatures can be expected in the low 30s, forecasted for pretty much most of the week. Cooking, of course. And let's see what's up in Kimberley. Scattered thunderstorms, a little bit of a polarity here. Your temperatures ranging from 20 to 36 degrees. Quite an interesting one with wet conditions, but light winds coming through there indeed. And the rest of the week, it's looking like a scorcher, almost verging on that 40-degree mark. So enjoy the sunshine. Uppington, I'm sure, is going to be an interesting one with some scattered thunderstorms accompanied by light winds from the northwest. Temps will start off with a mid-22 reaching 39 degrees, scorching indeed. And wow, look at the rest of the week, hitting the 40s. So please, if you can, get in the shade, make the most of it. For the rest of it, this is what you can expect for the entire coastline and inland in South Africa. It's looking rather interesting indeed. But what I'm looking forward to is, of course, what Nancy Govender has sent through this morning for our sunrise view. Coming all the way from Nkomas, KZN. Wow, look at that drama. You've got that beautiful shadowed foreground, and then in the background, just brightening up the sky with the clouds and the drama, and of course the color too. I absolutely love this one, Nancy, and thank you so much for just brightening up our Friday. A reminder to you, Mzansi, we do it all again in the next hour. The number is 063-036-9649, and that's you coming through with a beautiful sunrise view. Speaking of beautiful, let's get these two. Look how good they look.
Not
I
as,
think you're talking about you.
Oh, no. Not as fancy as Nancy, okay?
Oh,
no, you can be
fancy
fancy Nancy,
Nancy.
this morning. Nancy, 29 degrees is what it's going to feel like when you step outside.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling tomorrow for the Met, it's going to be a little bit hotter. It's going to be cooking because the fashion's going to be insane. The music is crazy. And the horse racing, lest we forget, it's going to set the tone for the rest of the year. How are you interpreting Symphony of Style?
Symphony of Style. I think, and from what I've heard from everybody, it's a combination, a harmony of textures, of fabrics, of colors coming together that makes sense, right? You can't just be doing a conglomeration of things that don't really go together. If I see you walking through a space, it must sing to me, even though there's no real music happening around me.
Wow, it's a feeling
It's
for
a,
me.
it's a feeling.
Because I'm tone deaf, so I've got to just rely on emotions. I'm really interested to know how you're going to interpret it. It's probably that one event where you can get away with really pushing the boat out, as I say, get a bit more avant-garde, get a bit more conceptual, or you can just go down the line, or you can go super, super over the top. It is up to you, but we want to hear from you. How are you going to be dealing with the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met Symphony of Style brief? And if you've got some little sneaky pictures that you can show us, just a little something, we'd love to see it.
We really would. Today we're giving you some inspiration courtesy of our friends over at Woolworths, and of course the styling of Meg. She styles us every single day and she does a fantastic job.
So cool.
Now we're going to bring in front of the camera and chat to her a little bit more about what she's contributing to the Met this
I
year.
think she looks as cool as she sounds.
She looks even cooler.
I know.
She is an incredible
She's a
human
cool
being.
kid.
And she's so talented. She's a baby. And she's just doing so incredibly well, Meg. We can't wait to chat to you straight after this break.
Cricket highlight.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, a fancy breakfast show at that, as well as we're gearing up to such a special moment. We're one day away from Cape Town's biggest event. We're gearing up for one of the most anticipated days on our social calendar. It's the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, of course, and it's that moment where racing and fashion and music and even culture all come together in one huge celebration. And we've got fashion designer and stylist, one of our favorite humans ever, Megan Arts, who's joining us right now to do a quick Met 101 and talk through what makes this event such a standout year to year. So Meg, welcome.
Hi.
Hi. To being in front of the camera, because you're just usually lurking around, getting us ready, getting us dressed every single day. But let's get into the Met this year. It's a big one to get started for 2026. And we spoke about the theme a little bit earlier, but I'm curious on your side, what is the Met? And let's talk about the theme a little bit more.
Yes, so the Met, I would say, is one of the biggest events in South Africa. And it has kind of shifted from, it is mainly a horse racing event.
Right.
You know, elite racing. That's very exciting. So we have the sports lovers that come to watch that. And then we have the fashion lovers that come for the fashion. It's just so exciting. There's the entertainment, the fashion element. So it's the biggest event of the year that actually combines all three.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay, the theme, Symphony of Style. What are we talking about? How do you interpret this, being somebody that's in the fashion world?
Well, your outfit is the best example. This is what we did with Woolies. We used accessories, we created an expressive look, but kept your personality.
Yeah.
So Symphony of Style, I would say, is harmony, music, and combining both, music and fashion.
Sure.
And making it very self-expressive, just like this.
And music and fashion has gone together for years now.
Yes.
It's not something new.
Yes.
But to see it being expressed in a way that we all can kind of consume it, right? I was saying earlier that when we see looks around, it has to sing to us, it has to speak to us. And I think that's exactly what we're getting into today. So what can people look forward to when it comes to the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met tomorrow? I know that it's going to be hosted by some really incredible people.
Yes, yes. It's so exciting. There is so much. It's a day full of entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean, the fashion. Let's start there. There's fashion shows throughout the day. There's going to be a little showcase from moi.
Tell me more about the showcase, the fashion show and designer showcase. So you are showcasing?
Yes, so Outfit, my brand, will be showcasing alongside Darren. He also has an incredible brand, Vion, who spoke the other day on the show. Incredible. I actually saw some behind the scenes, so it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, and then throughout the day, there's going to be some, lovely, incredible brand.
Okay, so that was Darren. This is Vion's design.
Yes, it's Vion.
Beautiful. Manila Von Tees, a.k.a.
Yes, a.k.a. Yes, we know who.
Oh, beautiful, Meg.
Yes.
And how are you feeling about your collection? I mean, I've seen a couple of your shows, and they are breathtaking. There was one that was on a rooftop, and I was like, oh, I feel like I'm in Milan somewhere. This is incredible. But the audience and the stage that you're going to be stepping onto is a little bit different, because like you said, you're speaking to the sports lovers, but you're also speaking to the fashion girlies and guys. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very excited.
Yeah.
I did something very different this year. I kept it elegant. And I think a lot of designers are doing the same. And we wanted, it's the Met. You know, we have to keep it elegant, we have to keep it elevated. And alongside the designers, we're going to have really cool entertainment that's coming. It's like very exciting. Obviously, at the end of the day, my favorite.
Yes,
casa.
we've got to talk about that. Of course, the entire day is going to be hosted by Jeannie D and Sivingesi.
Yes.
So we already know we're in such great hands, but there are so many performances from the DJs that will keep us entertained throughout the day. We've got Gremlin, we've got Gray, we've also got Annabelle and one of my favorite DJ, Kixie. So we know that all of the tunes are going to be there, from Amapiano to hip hop to pop, sing-along jams all around. And then, of course, like you mentioned, Mikasa is part of the after party, and then also DJ Kent, that we all grew up knowing and loving, and then Durban Gogo. Durban Gogo,
what
I
an
can't
event.
wait.
Event of the year.
And then also ARC making an appearance too. We're very excited to see that. Arno Carsons and the crew, we can't wait to see it all go down. So there's a best dressed competition.
Yes.
And we got to talk about this because last year I had the absolute honor of being dressed by you.
Yes.
We sat together, we designed this look, we put it, I was basically the rose among the thorns that were there. And they picked me out from the crowd as a nominee for Best Dress.
Yes.
So how exactly does the Best Dress thing work?
So there is 4 categories.
Okay.
The first category, of course, is the best dressed. And then it goes into, there's a few more, there's the couple.
Yes.
Then there's 2 more categories. I won't give too much away.
Okay.
Yes, but I mean, like you said, you were picked. perfect, you know. So eyes are out, looking for the best dressed. I mean, of course, the theme as well. We have the colors of the Met, and then we have this theme of symphony. So we have to see how it's interpreted, you know, and then that is how it is chosen.
You're right, because even last year, if you looked at all of us, we were kind of vastly different from each other, but we stood out amongst the crowd. And so it was a beautiful moment. There was the winner in that black and white as well that you just, there we go.
Yes.
She won last year. And these were all the nominees. It was incredible. So we look forward to this year. And Meg, if I get nominated again, then we know surely next year I must win, because she can't just be a bridesmaid. She must also be a bride. You know what I'm saying? What are you personally looking forward to with the World Sports Betting Mets?
Oh, I'm so excited for the fashion. It's a very quick fashion show, but I'm very excited to experience it differently this time and behind the scenes. And I'm excited to see your outfit.
Oh, I'm excited to see your outfit. And I definitely will be front row and center to experience outfit at the Met. It's going to be a moment. And it's your debut at the Met as well, right?
Yes, it is.
In terms of your showcasing. Well, we look forward to seeing that. And you can, of course, follow Meg's journey. Outfit is where you find her. Or you could just hang out here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show and see the beautiful works of Meg day in and day out. Outside of that, Meg, all the best for tomorrow. It's going to be incredible. Herself, like she mentioned, Darren and Vion are all going to be showcasing Symphony of Style, Saturday, 31 January. It all goes down, and we really cannot wait. Copy Ticket is where you get your tickets, and do it immediately because it's selling out fast.
We are inspired. I love where you're going with that. Great thinking. I'm on a different path altogether, because we use our stationery differently. A new term, new stationery, that new stationery smell. Gotta absolutely love it. And it calls for the fresh stationery and a fresh mindset. And Artline is making it easy to stay neat, to stay organized, and ready to learn at whatever phase of learning you're in, okay?
Absolutely,
And they are giving one lucky person the chance to win a year's supply of stationery worth around 5,000 Rand.
That's a year's worth of potential and upgrading all your administrative skills and even a whole lot of other things in this world. But listen, this is how you enter this competition and you want to. Now, which Artline stationery item helps you stay neat, organized, and ready to learn? Now, that's the answer that we want you to come through. And don't forget to use the hashtag ArtlineAfrica in that answer.
Simple, dude.
Yeah.
I use flip charts.
Yeah?
Endless flip charts.
Okay.
So for me, my Artline marker is absolutely vital.
Just to kind of navigate through that.
And I even keep some that are past there, because you get a lot out of one, but I sometimes like different scales of like an ombre effect. Or,
It's fancy.
I can joke about it, but my wife gives me so much stress at home because I've got this massive box of markers that I have to keep, because it's a color for a different thought, and then a different project, and then this one's echoing that one, so they've got to have a similarity. But I work like that. I'm visual. I need mind maps. I follow the Tony Buzan mind map method.
I am literally resonating with you. I was literally putting up one of my like standard mind maps.
Oh,
and this is something I always do, and it's like, if ever I have like a task or a goal, something that I want to figure out, how am I going to get it right? Winning 101, right? This is what I use. I use my markers to associate with all the good steps. I need to figure out my why. The orange gives me that purpose. I need to put a plan in place. The green, everything green
makes
is
it
putting
go.
a plan, consistency into the plan, and then don't forget at the end of it all to celebrate your moment of success.
Celebrate.
Because
you got it, man. And this is us celebrating.
At the Met this weekend.
It could be Garrett's, it could be Gladiatorian. I don't know. It's a champion. It's a champion horse, okay? You can see by the look of arrogance on its face as it charges.
You know what that horse did? I think that horse took this mind map, adopted the winning 101 spirit, and it got us the
I think
goods.
that's Lorena on the horse right there, on that absolute beauty. Now, the bottom line is we all react to different things, whether it's emotion, it could be a color, whether it's the way our brain works, it could be the spatial layout of something. You sometimes need to see it to grasp it fully, man.
Absolutely. So what you need to do, of course, is get your answers in on the competition post. We put it on our Expresso social pages, and listen, this could mean that you could be the lucky winner. A reminder that the competition closes Wednesday, the 25th of Feb, and your T's and C's can be found at expressoshow.com. Good luck.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Yes, we are super excited about the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met. It's the year's big first party, but it's also an opportunity to see some of the country's most elite athletes in action. It's a symphony of style. Yes, brilliant theme. Everyone's going to step out in style, but the spotlight turns to the incredible horses, the horse and the men behind these contenders. Now in studio is Albert Steyn, training partner to Cape Town-based Pitt Steyn, trainer of the incredible Garrix, and then Durban trainer Stuart Ferry, trainer of Gladiatorian. And they don't look anything like the picture I drew a little bit earlier. Two incredible champions, and of course, so much riding on this first big moment of the year. So welcome, gents. Thank you so much for being here. Do you feel like you should be somewhere else right now, next to a horse, doing something, or do you have to let go by this stage of a build-up?
I personally think that, yeah, we should probably be with the horse at the moment, because it's the last, you know, those last final touches that you can add before a race like this. But yeah, look, otherwise than that, just looking forward to it and enjoying it in the moment.
And a big moment. I don't think people realize how much gets fed into the system to create these moments. What does it take to get to this place, to earn the right to be in a Met? What does a horse need to have in its corner, have achieved to be able to earn this privilege?
It starts from, I mean, from when they're young horses, you know, you get them in, and then it's the whole process of, you know, they say, you know, 2-year-olds is what gets you up in the morning, and then hopefully find the one like we've got now, you know, the one that gets all the way to the top, and the one that gets you like here in the limelight. And yeah, but it takes, I mean, like I say, it takes a lot of work, and you know, anything can go wrong. You know, you say today you should be here, but anything can be, you know, until tomorrow at the races, anything can go wrong. But so far, everyone's happy, everyone's well, so at the moment it's all good.
It really is a dynamic relationship in that, yes, there is a level of athleticism, but there's something else going on there. How do you know when you've got a champion? How do you, when you look into Garrix's eyes, is there a button that gets pushed in the horse? How do you know when you've got someone that can go, or a horse that can go all the way?
Yeah, it's not always very easy to see, but it's just, they normally have something about them, whether it's their demeanor, you know, the way they go about things, their action on the track, nice long striding actions. And
bit of arrogance, just a little bit of something there.
That arrogance, you know, they do have that aura around them. And then your horses that are speedy horses will show you, you know, a fast work at track, you know, and then it's up to you to sort of work out, will they be sprinting or will they be going further distances, staying distances. And yeah, basically those type of things, the horse's demeanor, his action, and the way he goes about things in general. Yeah, that's basics.
Well, it's like managing any elite athlete.
Yes,
and
yes,
part of that is the physical battle. Part is emotional. Do you have to kind of get out of the way sometimes and let the horse take over, or do you have to maintain that line? What does that kind of trust relationship, that dynamic look like?
No, you learn your horses, and like, I'll know when Gladiatorian's well, you know. You come off the track, even if he's worked hard, he'll come off the track bouncing, he'll go to the stable, he'll sort of play to bite you, he'll have his ears back, but he'll come and talk to you.
He wants
so
the
you know your horse,
validation.
you know, every horse you know. So you know when your horse is well, and you know, like you say, those little traits or whatever that he shows when he's well is.
It's a feeling, I would imagine. You must have so much intuition involved in this, whether it's the horse itself, the day, the timing. Is this where we go all in now? And the jockey. How much of a difference can that make? And what is that relationship like between trainer, jockey, and horse?
Yeah, I think the relationship is very important. If you get on well with the jockey, if the jockey gets on well with the horse, it's important for a jockey to know a horse, and like I said, get on well with him. There is a connection there. And yeah, the jockey does play his role, you know, in the race. He'll know exactly, if he knows the horse well, he'll know exactly how to ride him, how the horse likes to run.
To push, yeah.
Exactly, and how the horse likes to run. The horse's tweaks, if I can say it like that, or things that he does that another jock might not know of, and he'll be prepared to handle that. And, you know, sort of how the horse likes to run. You know, does he like to come from the back? Does he like to sit in the front? Does he like to sit in the middle? And does he like to come through them or on the outside? Things like that, that the jockey plays a massive role in to sort of, you know, steer the horse into the right direction.
You look like a kid before Christmas, so I'm not going to ask you how you think your champion's going to do. How are you feeling? Are you going to get the win tomorrow?
Yeah, listen, we're quietly confident. I mean, he's obviously it's hard coming from Durban, but his 2 runs have not been bad. They've been better and better, and you know, he's beaten them all in Durban, so on his home turf. So you know, we're going to try and take one here, but he's well, and yeah, listen, hopefully we'll be there. We should be closer than we should.
I can see the little fire now starting to bubble under. Sorry to take you away from such a vitally important job that you're doing, but thank you so much for being brave enough to step up for the big first showpiece. I didn't realize how nuanced horse racing can be. Front-facing, yes, but behind the scenes, I'm in awe of what you guys do. So thank you so much for putting the blood, sweat and tears. Hopefully you get the rewards tomorrow.
Awesome,
Thanks.
Hopefully we get the rewards tomorrow by making the right bets. We'll continue to educate ourselves on all things world sports betting, Cape Town Met, because yes, it's officially the year's first party. And of course, CompuTicket is how you get their tickets available right now. I think starting from around 200 Rand. Get yourself into this little tribe. You will have an absolute blast. And yes, you might also take home a little something.
Okay, so officially does that mean that we got the plug on the
We
winning
might.
horse? All right,
We might.
listen, pay attention for the rest of the show, Zanzi, because you've got all the winning plugs coming your way, and especially if you're a big dreamer, because I think, especially when it comes to the right education, that's where big dreams start. And this is where Richfield comes in, as all about helping you turn potential into possibility. And they're giving one lucky viewer an incredible opportunity to level up their future with a 200,000 Rand study bursary and a laptop to kickstart the journey. This is huge,
This
Carissa.
is huge. What a difference it'll make to your journey of becoming both a student and a graduate. Now, to stand the chance to win, we're asking you this question. How would a study bursary from Richfield enrich your future and also help you reach your goals? There's a qualifying hashtag. Don't forget to use it. It's hashtag #YourFutureEnriched. And also hashtag Richfield. But it does actually beg the question, how would it have made a difference to your studies? if you had got
My
that?
studying was such a hustle and it cost so much money at the same
Absolutely.
time. It took me so many years to kind of pay that debt off, and it really did essentially put me on a back foot, and really getting out that hole was quite a struggle. So if I had that head start, it would almost give me the momentum to just run free and tackle my goals a lot sooner, a lot quicker,
Yeah.
and with more efficacy, I think, as well. So
I would agree.
life-changing, to say the least. Yeah.
I think also once you have the burden of money alleviated, it opens up your mind to be like, oh, I can consume all this information
You actually
now.
think differently when you
I'm
don't have
telling you.
that burden on your shoulders.
Sheesh. Well,
So,
shout out to Richfield.
I think we all need to get involved in this one, right? And that's exactly what you've got to do, Mzansi. Get involved in this competition. What are you waiting for? Keep those answers coming. And of course, all the details are on our Expresso social pages. Don't forget to use the hashtag in your answer, #YourFutureEnriched, and the hashtag Richfield. And remember to complete the online application for your chance to win a life-changing 200,000 Rand study bursary from Richfield and a laptop.
Sure. Now that competition closes Friday the 13th of Feb. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Plus, you can register every single day this week at Richfield, including Saturday 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at all campuses nationwide.
All right, now while you are doing exactly that, registering and getting involved in this incredible competition, we're going to speak about more of the incredible on the way. It is Friday,
It is.
so you know what that means? 3, 2, 1,
Bake that
Yeah,
thing!
we've got a pastry, a chew pastry coming through. Obviously, Chef Clem's going to show us exactly how it's done, and I just can't wait to tuck into the goodness.
As long as the shoes look as good as mine, I'm so good to go. And we also, of course, have the most fabulous, greatest, the legend himself, Mark Lottering, coming on through and joining us on the couch. What a privilege, what an honor. We can't wait to chat to him about his latest endeavor, Colleen the Musical.
So
We'll see
warm up
straight
your
after.
cheeks. Yeah, lots of laughter, lots
and
of
also
smiles.
a Yara Bronwyn. It's coming your way straight after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, Mzansi. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And like we all warned you, warm up your cheeks right now because things are about to get crazy. And if there's one thing South Africans can always use in January, it's, of course, a good laugh. And who other than comedian Mark Lottering, who's back on stage with his latest musical comedy, Colleen the Musical. Currently running at the Baxter Theatre, the show follows Colleen the cashier, whose a strict rule about never giving a heart away is tested in the chaos of supermarket life and unexpected romance.
True.
This is it.
That's beautiful, man. They're at that Poloni counter, but we'll find out more about it. Known for blending sharp humor with warmth and musical storytelling, Mark, the one and only, once again, turns everyday characters into something absolutely unforgettable. With packed houses and standing ovies all around. It basically is the norm now. Colleen is definitely shaping up to be one of those must-see theatre experiences of the summer. And we only have a few days left of the show, so you better get on it ASAP. And he joins us this morning, so let's give him a feel-good welcome.
Morning, Colleen.
Good morning. Hello, Carissa. Good to be here. I can't focus with her shoes.
Listen, we're going to make
No
the
shoes.
history later, but we're doing the shoes for now.
I mean,
Absolute
sexiness
Don't zoom in on my toes.
feet. Hello.
Not for free. Not for free.
Was this the similar kind of response you've been getting for your show as well? Because, listen, Kate, I've been talking.
I was so anxious about this show because normally we do Auntie Mill.
Yeah.
And
classic.
You know, she's classic,
Yeah.
right? And everyone's got a matriarch in the family. So to do an entire musical around the world and life of Colleen, for me, that was like, okay, living on the edge, will the fans take to it? But we've been having a fantastic time. The story goes to very different places.
Yeah.
So people have been saying it's been a roller coaster for them watching it, you know, because it's about matters of the heart. It's about hearts being broken as well. It's about where TikTok takes us, what we would do for likes on social media. But we've been having an amazing time. The response has been great.
It was incredible. I will tell you, I went with my family and my dad got choked up too. He's a creative,
Did he?
theatre boy. I just looked next to me and I saw him take his glasses off and do a little bit of this. He's like, the twists and the turns and the beauty of the show. And he was just so taken aback. And I was so proud to have brought my family there. But we know that it centers around Colleen,
Correct.
who's at a supermarket. And she's got very clear rules about love, like Raul has said as well, which I think is quite relatable if your heart has been broken before, or if you're scared to even step into the space of vulnerability.
I said to somebody yesterday, you always remember your first love when you like fell head over heels. You always remember that because you can't believe what's happening to you. But you also remember the first person who broke your heart.
Absolutely.
Because for many people, yes, you know, we are married to other people because, you know, you're destined to meet other people. But you remember that first time when you thought your world was falling apart. And that is why I always say you must always go out looking lekker, like the two of you. Because you might bump into your ex and they must always be reminded of the mistake.
The one that got away.
Walk around every day as though you're going to the Met.
Agreed, why not?
And so Colleen, her motto is, if you don't give your heart away, it will never be broken. But we've got a phenomenal cast. Jill Levenberg plays Colleen's bestie, Bronwyn. So for 20 years, people have imagined what Bronwyn looks like.
Bronwyn, no.
Bronwyn. And then Kate Normington's been blowing people away. She plays the role of the supervisor.
I love her.
She's just crazy.
She's crazy.
Yeah, she's crazy. She comes from absolutely nowhere. She's just absolutely crazy. We have a wonderful cast. David Shevers, Sizwe Sandile Mnisi, Adjo September. And you know, I'm leaving out names, but everybody is just phenomenal. And so what people say about this show is they come and watch the show, but it's not a Mark Lottering show. You know, it's a piece that involves everybody. And as I said, matters of the heart. But we only have a week to go.
Yeah.
And I cannot believe.
Because it's been running since last year.
It's been running since November.
Sure.
And so there are still tickets left for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and you can get those via web tickets. Please get those, because after that I'm going on holiday.
You must.
And I need to be able to afford
Enjoy the
to eat while I'm lying on it. No, a chummy of mine actually gave us a gift because she's got this house on the beach in Mozambique.
Oh, Oh,
wow.
How good is God?
So you're
God
not even
is
looking
all the
for
time.
supermarket money, you're looking for Mozambique money.
No, but she said we can stay there for free for 10 days. But you know, you want to eat
Oh,
and
you
look
must eat
lekker. And then
good.
also on Instagram, I don't just want to wear like any t-shirt and any shorts. So if you buy tickets for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday,
Agreed.
I can look great on Instagram.
It's a win-win,
when I do
Mark.
go to Mozambique.
Let's do this for
It's
the
a
people.
win-win.
Let's do this for the people.
Is this belt thing an in thing now? Because I saw Graham wearing it. I
The
saw you
waist
wearing
belt.
it.
It's as you look here, if you get like around like 35 years old and older,
Yes.
you want to wear this belt. It's actually to just keep the waistline in. That's what we're doing here.
Mark
Okay,
doesn't
but you
do
know,
that.
but you know, you guys just look amazing. So I'm watching it on the screen, and I saw him and Graham with this. You know, that's usually what happens after my 4th tequila. I put the belt on
Oh, down your
after
neck.
everything. So
But I think you're right. Because
I want to go to your. I want to go to your party. I want to go to your
it's what
party.
the youth are doing these days. You know, the youth
It's what the youth are doing these days, Mark. Uncle Mark, it's what the young people are doing. They put the belt on last.
You're
This is
naughty.
something crazy. I never actually got a chance to ask you this, and not
Yes.
to just this void of all the incredibleness of the show.
Yeah.
And I know we're going to chat about Salome being involved as well.
Yes,
the
please.
musical as well, and how you express through the musical. I wanted to ask you this though. You speak about community, you speak about the involvement of other people, and this might be more technical. What is the process of actually discovering the character that you bring to stage? Where is it a personal experience? Is it someone that you experience in your community that you bring into life? Where do these people
Where
come
did
from? in
Colin
your
come
world?
from?
Yeah, okay, it's very interesting because
Doesn't work.
I've been on this couch many times before where I've always said, I don't write what I don't know about.
Yes.
Because that doesn't work for me. Because I think a lot of the truth comes not necessarily from, oh my goodness, look how funny he is, or listen to it. It's just recognition when people go, I know that cashier, I know that
You
person.
resonate with the character,
So
yeah.
Colin was created at the time with Auntie Mill, which is, you know, like about 20 years back.
Yeah.
But it's always very interesting just to hear, you know, because I know what I want Colin to be like.
Yes.
And then, but now I write for other actors as well, and then to hear their interpretation when I'm on stage and I'm going, okay, that's not quite how I saw that character
different
going, but you've
perspective.
got to let people go and you've got to let them fly. So it's always very interesting. But for me, for my own character development, everything is about observation.
Yeah.
So I remember when I first saw the real Colin.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to a supermarket that I won't mention, and and this person decided that she was just going to have a conversation. The elections had just happened, so she spoke to her chummy at the till next to, saying
nerve.
she wants to say that this particular party won, but she said it in Cape Town Afrikaans. Like I said, het jy gehoor, het weer ingekom. And I'm standing there. Ek dink maar ek het hier gekom, like focus on me, but you don't confront a cashier in Cape Town. You don't confront a cashier in Cape Town. You just wait your turn. And then last night somebody sent me something very funny on Instagram, and he said, "Do you think this is Colin?" And I thought that would be Colin. And it was someone, and it was a cashier who couldn't, you know, when the thing's being scanned, it won't scan. And she just raised both her hands in the air, and he was buying pears. And she was like, "Can you help me the pure, the code for the pure?" And he said, like, it was just her own drama in her own world.
In her own world.
But it's important to remember that when we meet people every day, everybody's just like us. People fall in love. People have matters of the heart. People smirk somebody. There are things that people in life that they don't like. And that intrigues me, always about the person, you know. So, and that's where I go when I write, and with a little bit of white
Love
wine.
that, Mark. Well, you intrigue us, and that's why he keeps on coming back, because we just love him so much.
And I know he talks too much, but
No,
carry on.
no,
He
no. We
talks
love
too much.
every word that comes out your mouth. I will say that Mark's going to stick around with Salome because, yes, she is part of the show in terms of the music and the magic that she brought to the production as well. And we get a special performance from them in just a bit. For now, we're going to take a pause, get some food going for Mark as well, and then we'll be right back.
Mark, I don't know what you're talking about. You might have noticed that the second you stepped into studio, the layers started flying off, starting with the belt, okay? I'm very excited. We are going to be incorrigible today. We are going to be impossible. Why? Because these are the days that we most relish on your Feel Good Breakfast show. As promised, We are bringing South Africa's best bakers and pâtissier masters to the kitchen every Friday right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And this morning, before I introduce the incredible pâtissier that's going to be stepping in, I've just got to say it because we're going to say it a lot, man. Are you ready to
Bake that thing! It's the first episode.
It feels good,
Kicking
eh?
off, it does work. I think the audience needs to also like get involved with that one.
Okay, get involved. Just wherever you are right now, it's going to feel a little bit weird. I don't care if you're surrounded by people, look them in the eye and say, bake that thing!
In traffic, roll your window down, look them in the eye.
Please.
Bake that thing. Just watch what happens, amazingness.
So we do need a superstar to join us. Sumaya Sharif is exactly that. Seeing her prepare our little swans a second ago, and now she just swans in like she owns this kitchen. Are you ready to bake that thing, Sumaya?
Ready?
Right.
So good to have you here.
And we're starting
Nice
off.
to be here.
So happy to have you. We know we do all these amazing educational things on the show. I was like, wait, let's bring the pastry professionals in.
100%.
And we're starting off with choux pastry. It's a pastry we see at so many events.
Yeah.
And it's one that we definitely need to learn how to make. So Sumaya,
For most people, it's choux pastry because it just feels so difficult. And so what is the vibe?
So
What?
true, but you know it actually means choux from French means cabbage because it looks like a
A
little,
little baby cabbage. Not the most romantic, but we'll take it. That's very, very cute. However, yours don't look like little cabbages. Yours look like magical swans from a
Thank
fairy
you.
tale, which is mind-blowing. So what's the key here? Well, I suppose you're going to take us through
for
it
our
blow by
choux
blow.
pastry, it's a classic French pastry. So in the pot here, what I need to do first for our pastry is we have a mixture of butter, water, milk, sugar, and salt. So the sugar and the salt is what helps your pastry get brown. And in this pastry, we don't have any rising agents like a bicarb or baking powder. We use eggs. That's what makes it puff up. And we're also going to be using some flour. So I already have my liquid things on the boil. So for our choux pastry, we're going to get our liquid on the boil, and you can see it's already come to the boil. So I'm just going to switch it off quickly.
so we're not looking for a bubbling boil, we're looking for that just simmer.
Just below boil. So you're getting a little bit of bubbles, and now
While
I'm going
you
to add
add
in
in
the
the steam
flour.
While you're
rising,
adding
yeah.
that, I'm going to just go through and remind our viewers what's actually in the pot already. So we had the butter, we had the milk, we had the water, sugar, and the salt. So essentially, by adding the flour to the water now, we're cooking the flour. This is the first step of cooking.
Cooking the
Yes.
flour.
Yeah.
So
Do you
I
call
actually
it baking then?
So with choux pastry, it's actually like a two-step process. It's like a double bake cooking, because when you're cooking it now, so the heat is actually off, but I'm going to put the heat on now. So you can see that the flour is combining. So the reason why I got the heat off, because I don't want it to get lumpy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the heat back on.
Now, is this something you feel out? You figure out through lots of lumpy batters? How do you
Yeah,
get this
you
one?
do. So it's something that comes with practice, and it's such a quick and simple
Once you
dessert.
got it, you got
yeah,
it,
so
yeah.
once you got it, and you know the texture that you're looking for, you can see that I'm cooking the flour. So the reason that I put the heat on is so that the flour can start to cook, just like how you would have a roux in a sauce, but this is our dessert.
I was
So-
literally about to say that, and I didn't have
Yes.
the confidence. Back yourself, Graham,
But
man.
there you go, you knew the word. So you can see that our dough has come together. It's come away from the side. It's nice and soft and shiny. So we're going to put the heat off. Now we're going to transfer it into a bowl. Now you can either do this next step where we're adding in the eggs. You can do it by hand, which I'm going to do quite a small amount, or if you like, you can use a hand mixer. So we're just going to give it about 30 seconds to cool down.
But we're going to fast forward. I'm going to do that for you, and we're going to swap places, and then you're actually going to go onto the piping already. So I'm going to keep on cooling this down. So this, what's going to happen is once this cools down to the point where when you add the eggs, it's not going to scramble.
Yeah,
We
I
don't
was
want
about
that
to say
happen.
that's our age-old foe in the kitchen is scrambling our eggs.
There we go.
I noticed that you do quite a lot by hand. Is that to feel things out, or is it just quicker for
I
you?
think when you are an emerging business, there's a lot of things that you're still doing by hand, and I think it gives the love and the passion in it compared to a factory setting.
makes it
Yeah.
bespoke.
So it's made by
Artisan,
hand with
yeah,
love. So
for
what I'm
sure.
going to do now, in order to get our swans and our cream puffs, which are these, or we can call them profiteroles.
Okay.
And if you have them assembled in a tower, that's the croquembouche. So normally we'll have a filling in. So these are just a sample that I have here. So for this, we're making a round shape. So to pipe that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go like that.
Oh, there we
Sometimes
go.
you find that you have this little tip. What you can do is just put some water on your finger, and then you just put the
and
tip
then obviously
down.
the batter
So
won't
then
stick to
you'll
you,
have a
yeah.
nice, pretty profiterole. If you want to make the neck, so we need the neck for our swan. So the neck for the swan is really easy. All we have to do is just basically do a S. S for
Okay.
Sumaya. So we're just making it a curly S, and we're just putting a little beak. Okay.
Oh, it's meant to be.
Now for our body. So from the body, we get the body and we get the wings. So it's like a double combo. So you want to have your piping bag against your tray, and you're just going to pipe and pull back.
Oh, you see.
Pipe and pull back. So that's a little bit of a small one. You can extend it. Pipe and pull back.
I love
Pipe
that.
and
you
pull
get a
back.
sense of kind of size because it's not going to raise too much, but you will get that rise from the egg in there. Okay, we're going to continue with our, I'm going to call it artwork, not baking, because we haven't actually baked the bread yet or baked the dough yet. We just cooked it on the stove. But I hope you are ready, wherever you are, to bake that thing because it's brand new. It's here every Friday. We are going to be bringing in the pastry masters, the patissiers that we love to follow on the gram because they make the most beautiful creations, and we're going to teach you how to do it. So we're going to continue with these creations after, yes, it's a real job getting into the news and the sport. That is exquisite, eh? So cute.
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Perfect timing as we just go past the hour mark. And again, standing by for official duties before we get back into the show's magic. And already it has been exactly that. But for now, official duties and national headlines are up first. And the South African Reserve Bank has kept the repo rate at 6.75%, which means the prime lending rate stays at 10.25%. Now, at this week's meeting, 2 members wanted a small cut, while 4 preferred to hold. And the decision follows a slight rise in inflation to 3.6% in December. And Governor Lesetja Kganyago said 2025 was an important year for the economy, with progress on reforms and a new inflation target. Now, the move is good news for a consumer with a debt, while the bank aims to bring inflation down to 3%. Well, next up, at least 14 senior SAPS and Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Municipality officials have been referred for investigations after the Madlanga Commission identified possible wrongdoing. Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa has accepted the Commission's interim report and recommendations submitted in December and welcomes referrals for criminal investigations, prosecution decisions and employment actions, including suspensions. And referrals were made where prima facie evidence was found. But probes will be handled by SAPS, the Independent Police Investigation Directorate, and the Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department, covering allegations ranging from corruption and fraud to perjury and murder. Well, moving on to international headlines next, and fresh waves of Russian drone and missile attacks have battered Ukrainian towns and cities, killing civilians even as peace talks continue to try to end the nearly 4-year conflict. Now, local reports say Ukrainian forces have intercepted many of the aerial attacks, but attacks have still caused deaths and infrastructure damage. Now, in a contrasting development, Russia and the Ukraine announced another exchange of the remains of fallen soldiers, with Moscow returning around 1,000 bodies to Kiev and receiving dozens of Russian war dead in return. Well, next up, French energy giant Total Energies has restarted construction on its massive Mozambique liquefied natural gas project in Cabo Delgado. Now, 5 years after a jihadist attack killed hundreds and halted operations. Now, the $20 billion project, the largest private investment in Africa's energy infrastructure, is expected to create thousands of jobs and make Mozambique a top exporter. Now, Total Energy CEO Patrick Pouyanné says 80% of the 4,000 workers on site are Mozambican. And President Daniel Chapo described the resumption as a sign that Mozambique can overcome challenges and restore investor confidence. Now, lastly, the world of pink power suits and big dreams is heading back to our screens in 2026 with Al, a feel-good Legally Blonde prequel that rewinds the clock to a teenage Al Woods. Now, 2 decades after Reese Witherspoon's first made the character iconic, a new generation steps into her sparkly shoes with rising star Lexi Mindtree playing Al in high school. Now, the Prime Video series explores the moments and mishaps that shaped Al into the confident force fans know and love. Now, the project is a joint effort between Amazon MGM Studios and Witherspoon's Hello Sunshine, with the actress serving as executive producer. Now, the first poster promises one thing clearly: every icon has a fabulous beginning. Well, hopefully it's not a beginning, but just a fresh start for all those in the world of sport. And here's G-Man with the latest.
Such amazing sport we are being treated to at the moment. Where do we start? Well, let's try the first tennis Grand Slam of the year, and it's not disappointing. Likewise, Aryna Sabalenka, she is on fire. She reached a 4th consecutive Australian Open final. That was after dispatching Alina Svitolina 6-2, 6-3 in Melbourne, where the world #1 will meet Elena Rybakina, who held her nerve to beat Jessica Pegula in straight sets as well. So the pair now renew their beautiful rivalry, a rematch, in fact, of the 2023 championship match, where, of course, Sabalenka triumphed. So a lot on the line in this one. Now, I love saying this young man's name, and yes, he is still a young man. He might have retired a couple of years ago, but he is back to his best. Quinton de Kock smashing a sensational 115 as the Proteas chased down 221 to beat the West Indies by 7 wickets in that second T20 international at a very quick Centurion. De Kock and Ryan Rickleton still on fire after the SA20. He scored a 77 not out there, and they shared a decisive 162-run stand, securing the series with 1 match to spare. That was after South Africa reached 225 for 3 with ease. So that final game to be played this coming Saturday at the Wanderers. Go and get down to the Bull Ring. Should be an absolute cracker. Now let's lower the age group. Unfortunately, not the result we were looking for. Virana Chumaditha's brilliant 110 powered Sri Lanka to a 5-wicket win over the South African under-19s at their World Cup in Bulawayo, with his 143-run stand with Sanuja Wekanagoda making light work of the 262-run chase, despite Jorik van Schalkwyk's 116. Must have thought he had done it, but South Africa remained winless in the Super Sixes and play their final match this Friday. So a tough one for the young'uns. Now let's get back into an incredible footballing arc for Aston Villa. They continue to show unbelievable resilience, rallying from 2 goals down to beat Salzburg 3-2 and extend their unbeaten home run in Europe, and of course finishing 2nd in the Europa League phase. Brilliant, brilliant year they're having already. Then Porto overturned Rangers' 3-1 deficit to secure 6th and automatic qualification, while Real Betis, they defeated Feyenoord 2-1 to book their direct place in the last 16. So it's all setting off in Europe, and we are here for that in Europa and UEFA. What a brilliant week of football. But right now, let's hope the roads have a little less to report on. Let's get the latest on the traffic front.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Let's have a first look at your roads this morning. And we get started out in KZN in Pietermaritzburg, where there's a stationary vehicle on the N3 northbound, and that's after Ashburton interchange. Now, currently the left lane is obstructed, and motorists are urged to proceed with extra caution when passing by the affected area. Let's move on over to Cape Town now in Athlone, where traffic is heavily congested, and that's along the N2 inbound at the ramp to Jakes Gerwel Drive. Now, if this route is part of your morning commute, do allow for added travel time. And listen, Mzansi, wherever you're headed this morning, always remain cautious while driving. That's it, we leave your roads for now. We'll check in again at 8. For now, let's get into your weather for the rest of the country. Let's get started out in Polokwane, where you are starting your Friday with afternoon thunderstorms. Temperatures will start off with a low of 16 and reach a warm 31 with light winds expected to come from the east. Now, rainfall is expected over the next couple of days, all the way up until Tuesday. Moving on over to Klerksdorp next, where you can expect scattered thunderstorms for your side. Temperatures will start off with a low of 18 and then reach a high of 29 degrees today, with light winds expected from the north. Rainfall too on your side is expected all the way through the weekend. Well, Pretoria, let's see what's happening your side. You will experience mostly cloudy skies, accompanied by scattered thunderstorms today. Now, light winds are expected to come through from the north. Temperatures, they're ranging between 18 and 29 degrees today. And yes, cloudy skies remain into the weekend. Well, Johannesburg, let's see your side. Today you'll experience mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms. 16 is your low, with 26 degrees peaking as your high. Light winds will be coming through from the northeast. Now, you're in for a period of wet weather, as rainy conditions are forecast for the rest of the week as well. Mbombela, you are up next, where today brings you mostly sunny conditions with light winds coming from the east, with an 18-degree low to start your day and peaking at 30 degrees. And yes, the weather will remain good into the weekend, just until Sunday, where there's an 80% chance of rain. Out in Bloem today is mostly partly cloudy conditions accompanied by scattered thunderstorms. 17 is your low, 32 is your high today. But tomorrow and into the weekend, it all clears up, all the way until next week, Tuesday, in fact. And then Wednesday, the rain comes down again. Out in Richards Bay today, you'll experience partly cloudy skies with a low of 23, reaching a high of 30 degrees today. Now, moderate winds are expected from the northeast, but those cloudy conditions, they do persist throughout the weekend, which is welcomed considering the 30 degrees highs. Out in Durban, you can expect mostly cloudy skies today with your 23-degree low and your 29-degree high. Winds will be moderate coming from the northeast, and temperatures remain in the upper 20s for the rest of the week. Mthatha, today you'll experience afternoon thunderstorms. Temperatures will start off with a low of 19 and work its way up to 31 degrees today. Light winds can be expected out of the south, and there is a 75% chance of rain, so do pay attention to that. Cradock, you're up next, where your region will experience cloudy morning skies, which will be cleared by this afternoon. Temperatures ranging between a low of 18 and a high of 35 today, with moderate winds from the west. But tomorrow clears up into the weekend, welcoming in a fantastic summery time ahead. Ebeja, on your side, you'll experience partly cloudy skies today, with a 21-degree low and a 29-degree high today. And winds will be coming through moderately from the east. Cloudy skies do continue with high temperatures in the high 20s for the rest of the week. Oh, gorgeous George, you're up next, where today does bring afternoon showers to your region. Now, temperatures will range between 18 and 29 degrees today. Strong winds are expected to come through from the southwest, and rainfall is coming into next week. Out in Cape Town, it's been summery this side. Now, we start off our Friday with cloudy morning skies, transitioning to sunny conditions. Winds will be strong, though, with gusts of up to 32 kilometers per hour expected from the south. We have a 19-degree low with a 27-degree high. As for the Met tomorrow, 26 degrees is what you can expect with some winds in Cape Town. Out in Sutherland, you'll experience abundant sunshine for your region. Temperatures will range from a chilly 13 and climb to 32 degrees today. A nice summery day indeed. Now, moderate winds are expected from the west, and great weather, in fact, continues all the way through into next week. We move on to Kimberley, where today will bring scattered thunderstorms on your side. Temperatures ranging between a low of 20 and a high of 36 degrees today. Now, light winds are expected from the northwest with those scattered thunderstorms, and rainfall is expected today. While out in Uppington, we'll end off where today you'll see scattered thunderstorms accompanied by light winds from the northwest. Temperatures are starting at 22 and reaching a high of 39 degrees today out in Uppies. And that is the lowest because come Saturday and Sunday, 41 will be your high. That's up where we wrap up your weather report. We'll see what's happening again at 8 o'clock. But now then, let's see what's happening out in Gauteng. This round, it's brought by Keenan Blake Laban from North Riding out in Gauteng. Looking absolutely gorgeous. That's in fact my old herd when I used to live in Joburg. And thank you for representing North Riding so incredibly beautifully. We appreciate you, Keenan Blake, and we wish you a beautiful weekend ahead. 26 degrees is what you can expect on your side of town. And if you're from any region from South Africa and beyond, let us know what it looks like on 063 036 9649. For now, though, your chances of winning might just increase if you listen very closely to what Graham has to say.
I got the numbers. Come a little closer. Now, I'm not saying I'm suspicious or anything, but it's going to be 26 degrees in North Riding today, and there just happens to be 26 million rand up for grabs if you play Powerball and Powerball Plus today. So let's break it down. You stand a chance of winning massive if you play your Powerball and Powerball Plus today. Yes, because 26 million rand is sitting in our total estimated jackpot this Friday. So please don't miss out. Powerball weighing in 15 million, Powerball Plus for an estimated 11 million rand today. So what are you waiting for? Come on, get your tickets. You can do it in store. You can go online right now, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking setup, or you can just dial *120 *7529# and follow the prompts. And if you need a further prompt, go to the Expresso socials, take in the amazing content, and be reminded. We'll keep all of those details up so you can just go panda push to play your Powerball and Powerball Plus for 26 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. All the best of luck. Now, if you're wondering why I've been blushing all morning, because someone is just so gorgeous, so beautiful, has stepped into studio. Mark Lottering is here, guys. And someone else has joined him. No, I think Salome knows that she stole my heart. I'm probably going to cry today because that voice makes me cry every time that she's here. Two powerhouses. Please act like grown-ups for like 5 seconds. Yes, they are combining their incredible forces just for you. And we will get into that after the break. Likewise, we will bake that thing. Are you ready? Chef Clem is ready. It's a new thing. It's how we sound off the week. It's how we improve ourselves in the kitchen. Are you ready to bake that thing? We'll see you after the break.
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your fancy feel-good show on this beautiful Friday. Now, of course, we still have the greats sitting on our couch, and yes, that's plural. Mark Lottering and both Salome have joined us today, and of course, reunited on a song. It's called Magic, a spellbound love song from the critically acclaimed Colleen the Musical. Now, it basically blends theatre and dance floor energy. This collaboration continues a creative partnership that's just been turning heads since 2019. And I'm not just talking about their looks, but also their talent. Let's give them another feel-good welcome. Salome, welcome back.
Morning.
We don't even need Mark here. What? You can actually step out.
Don't encourage her. Don't encourage Salome.
Because I will continue.
We will continue down this
yes.
pathway.
Yes.
What a beautiful reuniting of the two of you as well. I've got to ask you, this track Magic, also part of the musical, but also a radio hit single at the moment doing its rounds. How did it come together? What was the creative process? Did it happen over brunch with mimosas?
Would you like me to speak about that?
I would like you to speak, but you don't have to tell the truth.
I want to bring the box in here.
You don't have to bring the box.
Bring the box
I
in.
bring the box in. So Mark sent me a voice note and explained to me the song, and then sent me on the way the way he did it, you know, on the piano and all of that. But what I got was very difficult to work with. And I only found out afterwards that was after half a box of wine that he sent me.
How else do
Is
you
this the
write?
box you're referring
How
to?
else? That's the box that you didn't realize it was the box.
That's the box I was talking about. So it sounds very different. Even in the show, it sounds different. So for me to commercially put it together is quite difficult. But we have a very great producer who worked on the song, Ibrahim Malum. And the two of us, we were, you know, he got his assignment of what Mark wanted and what we heard. But, you know, the box of wine, I don't know where
It had its influence, I get it.
Yes.
I sent Salome 3 a.m. voice notes. Like, hoor gou jy and then she's got to make. She's
got
done
an
it.
archive of
She's
your
done
3
it
a.m.
before
voice
from the
notes.
Auntie Merle musical. She
Right.
turned It's Complicated into a hit. It went to
hit.
#1.
Yes.
Because the girl just has that talent. Salome has been telling everybody, and now I think she believes it. I first thought it's a joke, but she says she's been created to revive Mark Lottering's career. She says,
I don't know how to respond to that right now.
And I thought, oh, she's joking, she's being so funny. Then I heard it like in the 5th
Again.
interview. She's like, I've been put on the earth to reach. She says,
That's her
she says, every
purpose.
time the old man goes quiet, then I come and
just there
bring it. Yeah,
resuscitate
let me
it.
just
Boom.
waken it up again.
But you know, I've been saying this, you know, Mark Lottering is a legend in his own right. Not just in Cape Town, but in South Africa. So I always find it it's a big honor for me when he gives me a song, because like I always say, he knows good singers out there, you know. But he's got this saying that I just recently heard, it's what? Salome-fying.
Oh, it's a word that I've come up with.
Yes.
Is Salome. That was when I was continuing with the box.
Right.
Salome takes a song and she Salome-fies a song.
I like that.
And that's why we want to encourage viewers, your radio stations, whatever you're listening to, demand that they play Salome's music and every local artist's music.
Agreed.
Demand that they play Magic,
Yeah.
and let's send it up onto the charts again. Because she takes a song, a voice note that I send her at 3 a.m. and I go...
Inspired by half a box, yes.
Inspired by half a
The
box.
more they're going to play the song, then I'll just send more invoices to him.
And we're okay with that. We're so
That's
behind you.
so-
I will say, though, I would love to have seen you in the production, because they've got a Poloni counter. And then if Salome comes in the Poloni counter...
Look at you.
And then
I
they go...
saw that for you.
Wow.
At the Poloni.
That's very creative.
I'll also send my invoice later.
There's a lot of invoices that I'm getting. Such a pity my email is down.
I've got your WhatsApp, Mark.
Salome was almost in the show.
Yeah.
It clashed with, she gave a most fantastic audition, and then she went home and checked her calendar. And she's been booked on certain
Booked and
things she couldn't
busy.
get out of.
Yes,
But the time will come when we will still be on stage together in a whole show. I fear for that. Because how we will get through it, the Lord
I'm a
alone
comedian on
knows.
my own.
The
We
Lord
know
alone
this.
knows.
It's going to be the most sold-out
Yes.
show running from January to January.
Yes.
Y'all are going to be mugh, yeah.
So Magic is, when people watch Colleen the Musical, they'll
Yes.
hear a different version of the song, a
Yeah.
very musicals version of the song. She comes along. She has Salomified it, produced by Ibrahim Malam, and it's a lekker nommer. It makes you feel good. It's about matters of the heart as well. And as only Salome can do, she can get you up on a dance floor when you didn't even know that you
could dance.
Yes, and by the end of it, your belt will be outside. You're out.
So that's what happened to the boys
It will make you very trendy. Your belt will be outside.
Not your neck, your waist, Salome.
Nee, is jou eie beltie. As 'n ander man se belt. Om jou as 'n ander vrou se man se belt.
No, stop it. That's when you know you're having a good time.
That's when you know you're having a good time.
That is actually the establishing factor. What is the magic between the two of you? I know it's obviously friendship that's been built, but the creative partnership that comes together, what do you think it is?
I don't think people know this, but Mark and I, we know each other for many years.
What's many years?
17 years. Could even be 18 years.
Yeah.
And we've just, it happened so funny because I was actually bombarded with this man that's a plastic surgeon. And
She was doing a gig in Joburg, and I happened to be at the
this
gig.
guy is like talking to me in groot woorde wat ek nie eens weet waaroor gaan dit nie. Al wat ek net dink is, just give me something, you know.
A little nip and tuck.
But anyway, he came out of the blue and he gave me his phone and he says, "Is your mother on the phone?" And I was like, wow, thank you. You picked that up, you know, you clocked that one.
Clocked it.
And since that time, I think we've just always had chemistry between the two of us. There's a lot of things that we like, you know.
In
but
common.
Besides, I mean, I don't drink box wine. It is what a whiskey. But, you know, we just have
I
that
never
chemistry.
forget the early days.
And it's so funny because in studio, Mark is not present in studio when I do these songs for him. So we just have this thing, man. Because I made him wait till I gave him an answer on
She
Magic.
always does.
I made him wait because I was like, wag eerste.
No.
I need to find a moment because what he sent me, I wish you guys could have played it.
Oh no, I think we've got it upstairs. They've just said in the second half they're going to hear the breathing of Mark Lottering.
Wow.
Origin, the story of the half a box. It's going to be a musical coming to your stage near you. More with Salome and Mark in just a little bit, man. The laughs are going to keep rolling in.
And we are back in the kitchen with Sumaya, and up next we'll be making a delicious cream cheese filling, perfect for those savory choux pastry bites that we've made a little earlier. They are looking absolutely amazing. So we're gonna do a little recap of how we bake those choux pastries. We feel like you need to get the details on that. Then with a little reminder about our Friday series. We're gonna be bringing South Africa's best patisserie masters and bakers into the kitchen. What we also want from you is to let us know, what issues are you having at home regarding baking? I know I have a lot, and that's why I'm bringing the professionals in as well to answer all those questions. So please get involved. Go to our Facebook page, go down to the post for Bake That Thing, and ask all your questions. Now is the time to get them answered. Sumaya is getting ready to come back in the kitchen. She's here. So Sumaya, we have prepared this beautiful choux pastry, but I actually want to go to that part when we actually add our eggs. I feel like that's really important.
Yes.
So we did the process of cooking our choux, the roux part.
Yes, so our water, sugar, salt, flour, and yeah, that's it.
Perfect. So
Those 4 ingredients.
We've cooled it down to the point that it's not going to scramble
Scrambled
our
our
eggs, but
eggs.
it's still warm. That's quite important. So, do you use whisk or do you use spatula?
So I use a spatula or
Okay.
a wooden spoon, but you can use a whisk if you like. So what I did with the eggs here is I've already mixed the eggs, so the white and the yolk is mixed together. So you want to make sure that you do that first so that it's well incorporated.
Sure. And while you're busy mixing that, I think it's quite important to also mention that, especially with choux pastry, I find when you add the egg, if it's going to be egg straight out of the fridge and it's cold, you have to work so much more to incorporate that egg. So that's a time when we say, get all your ingredients close to the same temperature. So take your eggs out of the fridge about an hour, a bit before the time.
Yeah, so it comes to room temperature.
It makes such a huge difference.
Yeah, so you can see now I added in the egg, and I'm just incorporating a little egg at a time. So you can add some more, thank you.
And that's the thing about being patient with pastry, especially when there's so few ingredients, you know that the magic lies in the technique.
Yes,
And
so now you can see it looks like what is happening here is Sumaya making scrambled eggs, but this is actually what happens. Now if you're using a stand mixer, it does actually mix faster. So I'll just ask you, Chef Clem, to add some more egg,
Yes,
please.
but I do like that you're doing it by hand, and especially if you are a beginner baker.
Yes.
Doing things by hand allows you to kind of feel what things are
that's
supposed
so
to feel
true.
like.
So yeah, you get a feel of what you need the batter to be like, and then when you feel you master that, go onto your machine.
There we go. Almost
So
there.
we want to get a batter that drops slowly. So my egg is measured out correctly. So more or less, if I cook my roux, the water part and flour correctly, then this mixture should be perfect. What can happen sometimes, if you didn't cook your flour properly, you may have a bit too much egg because there's too much moisture. And when you're baking, you'll find that your batter will spread out and it's not going to be puffed up like this. It'll be a bit flat.
Got you. So that's why the ratio is extremely important when it
Yes.
comes to specifically, well, baking, but choux pastry. So fast forward, that's what we're looking for now. And like I said, you want that drop texture.
Yes.
Were you able to pipe, which we saw you piped a little earlier? Let's switch over quickly, because we're going to go to the savory version. You can talk us through what you've got for our savory fillings.
So you want the drop and you have a V at
There
the
we
end.
go.
So you can see it's just a slow drop.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, swap.
Okay.
Let's go. Now, this is the part I love. I'm a fan of, like, yes, we all love the sweet choux, the savory. That's where I'm at. Okay, so you're going to talk us through what we're going to do for the savory
the
one.
savory is very simple. This choux pastry is so versatile.
Mm-hmm.
So we had our sweet that we did our swans with, and we're going to assemble our swans. For our savory, I just have a mixture of cream cheese that I just ran it down a little with some fresh cream. So I added just normal fresh
Mm-hmm.
cream into my cream cheese and just mixed it up until I find it's a consistency that I like. And that's so simple. And you can add some chopped up boiled egg, you can add some herbs, some lemon zest. It's endless what you can do.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so simple. And these pastries,
Mm-hmm.
once they baked, you'll find that they're quite crisp. So you can even freeze them. So the baking part, because I did the baking behind the scenes, so you'll find that with the baking, we bake it at 170 for about 30 minutes. And you'll see, Chef Clem, when we cut the inside, it's quite cooked and it's hollow, because that's what a choux is. It's hollow inside.
It's a vessel for flavor.
Yes,
So,
so-
you know what I'm actually thinking? Because you've explained how you've made the filling for the savory version, and we've got our salmon or our trout ready to go. I want to say, let's see you as quickly as possible actually form one of our swans.
That's a good
You
idea.
do that, and then I'm just going to stand to the side and observe. There we
Okay,
go.
so for our swan action, let's hope that we make a swan and not a duck. So
I'm not picky. I'm not picky.
They're both beautiful. So we have our teardrop, that was
Yes.
our body, and our body has the wings as well, and our little neck that we did as well. So you just want to cut the top off, and you can see it's nice and hollow. So that's our base, and this is our wings. So normally when I cut a whole lot, I keep my wings and my body together so they don't get mixed up. We're going to take our chantilly cream. So chantilly cream is just a fancy way the French made it. Just icing sugar and your whipping cream. And that's chantilly cream. So it's just sweetened cream. So I'm just going to pipe some cream and our wings.
Oh my goodness, you can totally see it coming together. It looks amazing.
And our head. You know, we want a nice long neck. And Chef Clem, we're going to add in a raspberry.
Oh
So
my
for
goodness.
color, how cool does that look?
It looks amazing. South Africa. It has been a fantastic morning learning how to make these amazing choux. It has been delicious. It's going to go into my mouth soon. Sumaya, thank you so much for joining
for
us.
having me.
Do not miss out on next week's installment of Big That Thing. But for now, it's an ad break. See you in a bit.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back. It's the precursor to the most beautiful weekend happening on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're talking about everything Met, and that's why we're looking the part too.
Got it, man.
You look good, bro.
You too, my boy. And you've got to step into it. You've got to, I always say, push the boat out. This is a chance to kind of have a little bit of fun with fashion, but it also gets the year started. Every year, the Cape Town Met becomes a stage for, yes, spectacle, but long before the lights, the crowds, and the race day drama, there is a quieter story unfolding, and we love it. One rooted in imagination, in collaboration, and intention.
Absolutely. Now, this isn't just about what's worn on the day. It's about how identity, artistry, and vision come together behind the scenes. Now, our very own glam queen, our own Carissa Cupido, stepped into that creative space to explore how an idea takes shape, how inspiration is translated into form, and how style becomes a personal expression long before it ever meets the spotlight.
Take a look.
This year, the Cape Town Met is rolling around once more, and it brings together bold self-expression and also creativity. We're definitely looking forward to every single outfit telling a story. And with the theme Symphony of Style, it invites both designers as well as guests to channel rhythm as well as individuality and harmony between both materials and textures and wherever their creativity takes them. But before the horses roll on in and also the glitz and the glam happen on the day, there's a creative process that goes behind it. And today we get into the mood board and also potentially the fabrics that we're picking, all coming together for the look on the Cape Town Met. So talk to me about what you thought first when you thought Symphony of Style.
Symphony makes you think of music. And from what I saw on your profile, from us getting to know each other over the last few weeks, music is one of the things that you love. Music is one of the things that I love. So I thought, what does music do that brings out emotions in us? It's controlled emotions.
This is what I love about you, Michael. You know, I've been a fan since day one. I've had the honor of wearing some of your garments before, but this time around, it's a collaborative effort for the biggest styling event of the year. So these are some of the ideas, right? I'll tell you what I like about it. The boob tube. I love to show a little bit of shoulder, clavicle.
Nice.
You get me. And then the contrast of the white with the black, I think, plays so beautifully together.
And elegant, still confident. We can play with that detailing, definitely.
Yeah. Love a bit of drama. I love also a bit of extra material. I think almost to create a silhouette.
Yes.
I think that's quite nice.
You like not quite a refined silhouette, you want quite a dramatic silhouette,
You
but
get
not
me.
overbearing.
Not too much, yeah. The structure, because I think you play with that quite well.
The big thing is this needs to be specific to you, but still bring in that Michael Ludwig drama, because individualism really is something that's big.
I want girls to say, who's that girl, you know?
Yes.
And you also know I love a corset, but then also a bit of a...
Like a fit and flare situation.
Fit and flare, exactly. I think we're on the same page.
I think so too.
Oh.
Well, what do you think of this?
Mic drop, enough said.
So I wanted to create something that first of all looks stiff, controlled, almost architectural, but then when you look at it, you see the movement and the flow and the softness, almost like a cacophony or a symphony being built. And you get the softness, then you get up into this tension point, and then you get the release. Using things like piano keys is that contrast of black and white, because it is such a classic color palette. So we work with a white palette that's got a bit of sheen to it. And then we bring the glamour in with black detailing and your styling. I think that's the key.
I'm so looking forward to seeing how it all comes together in a beautiful symphony. Shall we go?
Yes.
Michael, I've got to ask you, what excites you most about seeing this vision come to life, and especially being showcased at the Cape Town Met?
To be able to see you in the creation, in the actual event, and see how people respond and how it responds to the environment around it, for me is the thing that I'm looking forward to. It's like seeing that middle piece of music where you're enjoying it so much you don't want that song to end.
It is the perfect song. I'll be dancing all night long. Carissa and Michael Ludwig. So come race day, what should people look out for when it comes to details of my beautiful dress?
Definitely the black sequin trim that you see over in the bust area, and then the drapes on the side, which is a Michael Ludwig signature.
As the countdown to race day begins, it is clear that the track is only part of the story. Every single Cape Town Met look is made with intention and craftsmanship, and is a creative partnership that truly brings your vision to life. It is when you take a symphony of style and also showcase it for the world to see. As for my dress, you'll have to wait for the big day to witness.
Oh, she's kind of made it a thing now to be absolutely gorgeous and amazing at every one of these events.
Bar's so high, G.
Don't even try. We're playing
You
on
can
a
have
different
it.
field. I have a feeling you look gorgeous, and I have no doubt the final result is going to look spectacular. So if you see our girl out there tomorrow, please show her some love and some praise where it counts. And likewise, anyone stepping out in style tomorrow, because you know how hard the designer has worked behind the
Oh,
scenes.
yeah, absolutely. This is a moment that everybody is going to celebrate. And if you see anybody that has put the effort in, then give them their flowers, shower them in their success, and give them the moment, because I think everybody deserves it. And we'll definitely be watching out and looking at all the standout moments at the Cape Town Met. It's happening tomorrow, people. This is the place where vision, creativity, and confidence come together under the spotlight. And we're going to be hopefully shining it all for you and bringing you all the latest next week. Oh, it's going to be good.
And you can get those tickets at CompuTicket from, I think, starting from around $200. So it's worth it. Maybe you are already remembering some of your most spectacular Met moments. Let's jog your memory just a little bit right now.
And who better to call upon to do exactly that than the best of the best when it comes to the fashion industry. Joining us on the couch right now, we've got the great Stephen van Eerden and also the fantastic Bettina Thomas to go through a couple of the Met looks from previous years and also what they can expect from fashion at the Met this year. So welcome back, you guys, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
All right, so let's get straight into it, because if there's anyone that I trust, it's the two of you when it comes to fashion. And when it comes to trends in particular, let's get into it and break it down. For the Met throughout the years, what are your do's and don'ts?
Do we agree? Or?
Are they do's and don'ts?
Definitely,
Oh,
I
okay.
definitely think
I should have
so.
asked that first, yeah.
I think in terms of, especially Cape Town, and you have to consider the weather. I think that's the first thing you have to think about. So if you're wearing something, I prefer something not extremely long, not a ball gown.
I get it.
And something with a fabric that's breathable, or something that's light, and that you're not overly hot on the day. So that's one of my definitely do's. If you do go for something, wear something short, wear something fun.
Yeah.
And also consider that you're going to be out the whole day. So you need to feel comfortable.
And comfortable means practical shoes as well, I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
I like that, without compromising on fashion.
Definitely not. And I also think in terms of your shoe, you can be comfortable, but you don't have to be boring.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm so glad that you made that distinction. Do you agree with these, Bettina?
Absolutely. But I must say, I didn't think of all this practical side, you know. I thought more of the look of what you shouldn't do. First of all, you have to follow the theme, obviously.
Right.
And I think the Met is an occasion to have a bold interpretation. It's not really about safe fashion. It's, you know, you really want to make a statement. So don't try and copy someone else. You have to find your own style, and you start from something. You can start from a pair of shoes, and etc., or the dress, and then you build around it. But it has to be a whole ensemble. That's for me the thing. Don't overdo it. Don't fall into what I would call vulgarity. You know, you
Absolutely.
I
You want to
get
be
that.
noticed for the right reason.
Yes.
you know,
Not make it on the worst dress
No,
list. Let's not
best
do
dressed,
that.
absolutely.
Exactly, all the way. Okay, so let's talk about the theme and unpack that as well from both of your ends. I'm curious, Symphony of Style, what does that mean to you?
Everything.
Everything. Okay, let's break it down.
For me, symphony of style, it's definitely to have cohesion in your outfit. It needs to be a beautiful, orchestrated symphony, I would think. And I think in terms of looking at the theme, I feel you need to be classic, but with a fun element and a bold, like Bettina said, a bold element.
Yeah.
Don't be boring. Don't be overly safe, but have a beautiful, cohesive outfit.
Yeah,
That's what
don't
I
be
always
shy.
feel.
It's not, the shyness is not for the Met.
No.
I think.
The bigger the hat, the better, right? Also?
No,
Not
no,
even?
no.
Okay, tell me, because maybe I've got that wrong.
With
Tell
Cape Town's
me.
wind.
You know what you're right.
Yeah, you're absolutely. Yeah, I have some headpieces that would have been brilliant, but you would get blown away
Oh
in
my
all
goodness.
senses of it.
Yes.
It's
So is a hat piece, even a fascinator, necessary?
absolutely.
so.
Okay.
It's the power of the accessory.
Ooh.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I'm sorry.
Yes, and I think for horse races,
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
it's been like how many decades? It's a thing that goes together, the hat and the dress. That's kind of the
Right.
thing when you think about the Met or horse races and what women wear.
Yeah.
That is your ensemble.
Yes, and in places like Ascot in England, it's the rule. You have to wear a hat, and there are guidelines on the type of hat
I love
you wear, depending on where you are. If you are in the royal circle or outside, you have to have a special measurement and all that.
Incredible.
But the hat is a very powerful accessory.
And it is, because it's not every day that you get to wear a hat. So when it comes to it, you can interpret that too. And I've seen many versions. I've seen obviously the wide brim that we're used to, but I've seen the fascinators rise like a meter above people, just really making a statement. And for many of us, I think the first image that we had of a Met type of thing is Pretty Woman. I don't know if you remember that scene where she looks gorgeous in the polka dot dress and then they're all standing and pushing the grass back into the
polo
sea.
match,
At the
yes,
polo
yes,
match.
yes.
Absolutely
I
gorgeous.
copied her. I must say, honestly,
Tell me more.
I fell in love.
Tell me more.
I
Bettina.
tell you, I visualized that video and I stopped it and I really tried all patterns and I had found, I mean, I was living in Italy at the time and I found the exact same silk.
Oh my gosh.
And I love that dress. And the hat is so simple. It's pure elegance, you know, simplicity and yet elegance. Elegance, you know, something flashy is very photographs well, but you have to endure in time.
Yes,
You have to, you know, 20 years later, will you remember that? Pretty
Yes,
Lady,
yes,
I mean,
you
Pretty
Pretty
Woman,
Woman,
that
you
was...
still remember that outfit.
That was, what, 30 years ago?
Many years ago. Of course, there was also Julia Roberts, so we can never forget
Okay.
how good she looked.
Okay,
in
now you're
anything.
killing me.
Okay, trends. Can we talk trends? Because is that something that gets displayed on this kind of carpet, if you will? Are we looking to be trendy, or is it more individuality that we're looking into?
I think trends are difficult, especially in the era or the time that we're living in.
Yeah.
I think it's about individuality and self-expression and how you interpret what is available on a fashion platform.
Right.
For me, it's about the woman and what she puts on, and that it almost transcends a trend. You know, like it's not, I don't think there's anything that you have to stick to. I think if you want to go, we had a conversation earlier about the couture shows, and it's about doing sculpture, but making it look soft and light and whimsical, opposed to heavy. And I think if you want to go more avant-garde, that is what you should do. Something that still looks light and summery, opposed to heavy and drab.
No,
Right.
I agree. Because trend is not part of my vocabulary.
Yeah.
I prefer the world of couture because it's timeless.
Absolutely.
And elegance is timeless. So it's more about wearable art than fashion. Fashion.
That's a great statement to end off. Wearable art instead of fashion. And we're looking at some of the greatest looks from last year. Former Miss SA was there as well. Shudafats was there. We had Simone and a man as well. Incredible imprint.
Talk about a statement.
Wow, Jeannie D, an imprint. Like the black and white is what I see as a big theme this year too. And the playfulness of the short dress, I mean...
because you need to have fun.
Yeah.
It's all about joy, you know, all about what emotions you want to create. You don't want to be depressed or anything.
You want people to talk about
And
it.
we need beauty and joy more than any time in the world.
Joy, beauty, art, we're here for
fun.
all of the above. And as I said before, you want to trust these two experts on our couch. Stephen, Bettina, thank you so much for being here, you guys.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for putting us on the right path. You can still get your tickets to the Cape Town Met. It goes down tomorrow, the 31st of January. And you can find those tickets at CompuTicket. We'll be back with more magic straight after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your fabulous Feel Good Breakfast Show today. Listen, we are talking beauty, and we know that the beauty world is stepping into a new era where skin leads, color gets a little bit playful, and individuality takes center stage. And that's why we brought in professional makeup artist Lindy Lynn, who's here to break down the hottest makeup trends for the year ahead. And I also want to touch on the 2016 trend because that's making a huge comeback too. But Lindy, welcome back, and thanks for being here.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm always so excited to be here.
And I'm excited. This sort of thing, beauty, makeup, fashion, it gets the girly in me so amped, man. Tomorrow is the Cape Town Met as well, and we also want to grab some inspiration. So when it comes to the hottest trends right now with makeup, what are we looking at?
Well, I'm definitely loving the very blushy. You know, we love a little blush. We're not doing so much of a sculpted look anymore. It's more your glowy, less defined, if I had to say. Look at these colors.
Stunning. Gorgeous.
So we're loving the soft browns, the burgundies, and then coming in with that pop of pink on the cheeks.
Beautiful.
And that's what we will be doing today.
Oh, I can't wait. Also, blush blindness. This is a phrase that I've recently learned because somebody said, you've got blush. I said, that's fine. I'll have blush blindness because the cheeks have to be pink, right?
Yeah, otherwise we'd be pinching ourselves all day.
To
And I mean,
get
that's
there.
not cute, right?
No, none of that, please. Okay, so there are people with super busy mornings. I mean, we also are some of those people as well.
Moms.
Do you have any moms too? You know this. Do you have any tips and tricks that we could incorporate to help us look good every day?
Well, I definitely say a bit of a multi-use product.
Yeah.
It's definitely something that I'm leaning towards. So what I like to do is use a product a little bit on your cheeks, a little bit on your lips. Obviously, it depends on the occasion. But we're loving this super bright tint. So I'm just going to apply a little bit on a cheek. As we said, blush blindness, you know. So a bit of a pop. And also, we've changed a little bit of the placement of the blush. So it's not so much right in the middle of your face anymore. We're going a little bit higher. And
even into the temples.
Into the temples, a little bit of that softness over there. We can go a little more extreme if you feel. It just depends on how comfortable you are. But I love using the same product, just a little bit on the lippy as well.
It kind of complements and marries the two together.
Exactly. So look at that.
Wow. Also, the glow that's coming from that is beautiful.
So it's definitely a multi-use product, and also I'm loving the skin tints lately. So this is it's an illuminating skin tint, and instead of doing a very harsh highlighter, we like something that just gives a bit of a glow. Like right over there. We don't want to look oily or shiny for the camera, but we do want to look highlighted, natural, but also intentional.
And again, highlight is basically where the sun naturally would catch you.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly where it is. Wherever the light would catch, and when you move your face, it's just sort of like a bit of a glow.
A healthy glow as well.
Glow, yes.
Because like we were saying, skin is the main focus, right? We don't want to cover it up. We want to make sure your skin shines at the end of the day. Which when I think about it is so different to the 2016 makeup trend. Lindy, we were layering, we were contouring, we were bold browing, we were
hectic.
Beautiful, but we were hectic.
No, we were, and as much as we loved it, we're just trying to be a little bit more, I'd say elegant.
Elegant, I like that. And also less is more sometimes when you step on out. But are we bringing any of those 2016 remnants into 2026?
I would definitely say so. I've seen quite a few trends now with also the graphic liners, a little bit of a retro as well. And I'm loving the burgundies on the eyes and the browns, the soft sort of tones.
Sure.
It's really, really
nice.
nice.
Burgundy's having a big moment, even in fashion right now. It is gorgeous. So what sort of burgundy eye would we be working on?
I'm just in love with this palette at the moment.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say sort of softer lines as opposed to the very structured line. Yeah. I mean, I love your eyeshadow, also very cute.
Oh, shout out, Bernice.
Very nice, yeah.
Beautiful. So is it a smoky eye? Is it something a little bit lighter?
I would say a smoky.
Bit of a
I would do a
smoky.
bit of a smoky, yeah, with a bit of a shimmer in the middle. But still, it's still sort of what we've always done. It's just kind of slightly moving to the more softer.
And more modern. And the hand isn't as heavy as it used to be as well. Quickly, if we can touch on lips maybe. Do you have a color that you're drawn towards? What's going on there?
Lippies, I love anything that's a bit of a... Obviously, we love a nude. Like, I'm a nude
Classic,
girl. Always a nude girl. So we love doing a bit of a nude liner.
but then just a pop in the inside. I see you've also got it going on, a little bit of an ombre where it's lighter on the inside. I also like a product that's a bit of a tint and a gloss at the same time. So we're not doing too much of a matte anymore.
Right.
It's more of like a glossy, and because we have this blushy pink on, I'm just adding a little bit of a tint.
Oh, that's a
on top
good
of
color.
that. It is a good color. This is a W Beauty lip tint, which I find super easy to apply. You could even use your finger. I mean, we're driving in the car, not wanting to look crazy, but we need some color.
We need something. A lip gloss goes a long way, let me tell you. If you have an eyebrow on a lip gloss, my goodness, you are so good to go.
Exactly.
And what else do you have in your box? Is that a setting spray? What are we looking at?
There's lots of things here,
yeah,
but we don't have time for that today. Definitely a good setting spray.
Nice.
I find that this is a good hack. Powdered looks are but 2016. So now we're going for more glowy. Close your eyes for me quickly. Light reflecting spray, which is going to help set your makeup and also just give you that nice refreshing feel.
Yeah.
And also you can keep it in your makeup baggie. I mean in your handbag.
In your handbag.
your
This is what I was going to tell you, Lindy. And from a makeup artist, I was going to say, is it okay? Because throughout the day, I mean, I'm awake from 4 a.m. I just do a bit of a refresh. Do you know what I'm saying?
All the time.
And then I feel brand new. So that is a great tip to pick up as well. But I think the multi-use stick is something that I want to walk away with.
Yes.
Right?
Always.
For the busy moms. I mean, what's that one?
So this is a NARS one as well, which I really enjoy the color payoff. So it's also a bit of a blushy.
Ooh, look
but
at
you could
that
use it
shade.
on your eyes as well. You could use it on your lippy. This is a really good shade. I always try and not say the name of the NARS.
No, NARS is risky.
But
If you
this
know
one's
anything
okay.
about it.
This one's Dolce Vita. This one's okay. It's a lovely multi-use stick.
Oh, beautiful. I know W Beauty also has some great options that we always obsess over when it comes to that multi-use stick.
Yes.
And as we mentioned at the start of this, once again, the skincare is the most important, and they've got such beautiful brands at Woolworths as well. Of course, you've got your W Beauty when it comes to the glow, but they stock a bunch of brands. I mean, Clinique, Bobbi Brown, and we also have this, which is a cult classic.
Yeah.
It is, of course, the Advanced Night Repair Estee Lauder range. Chef's kiss, perfection, no notes all around. And of course, the Clarins product that everybody buys every single time. It sells out so incredibly quickly. So Lindy, thank you so much for showing us, and look how gorgeous our model is right now. I mean, she is
Thank you very
glowing,
much for
she is
having me.
shining. And if we're gonna look anything like that tomorrow, then we definitely are in for such a fantastic time. But if you are ready to refresh your 2026 makeup routine, go ahead and explore these looks and more with Woolworths Beauty. It is of course available in-store, online, and on the Woolies app.
We absolutely love the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met. Why? Because all threads weave together. We've seen the horses, we've seen the passion, we've seen the fashion, and we'll see a whole lot more after this. I just wanted to make sure.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. As we enter the final hour of the show, we are inspired, yes, by the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met, and we're going to continue to do a deep dive in that space. But while we've got that winning feeling, let's see if we can transfer that to you. If you play your Powerball and Powerball Plus today, 26 million rand is sitting in that estimated jackpot this Friday, and it could be yours. So please don't miss out. Play Powerball for the estimated 15 million rand, then Powerball Plus for an estimated 11 million rand today. So please, what are you waiting for? Get your tickets as soon as you can. Go in store with a smile, get that good karma going. nationallottery.co.za is where you'll find them online. They've got an amazing mobile app. Your cell phone banking app should have a little drop down there, or you can just go old school, dial star 120 star 7529 hash and follow the USSD, and we'll make it even easier by keeping all of those details on our amazing Expresso social pages, so you can take those in while we have got the amazing content running. You can get all of those details, and then of course 26 million rand could be waiting for you on the other side. Well, I'm feeling like a millionaire this morning. Two of my favorite personalities in the whole wide world are combining their amazing efforts, and right now we get a breathtaking performance from one of them. Salome, the floor is yours.
Oh, yes, indeed. I'm just standing by right now just to absorb some of the brilliance, some of the magic. And speaking of magic, that's exactly what's going to happen right now. We're talking about magic with Salome and Mark Lottering. And let me tell you, if you haven't already, you need to go get those tickets because the show is running out. There's only a week left. But for now, though, here's every reason to do so. Take it away, Queen. It's all yours.
Magic. Let's go.
Magic. Magic.
I was always the cynic when it came to love until you came along. You broke down my walls I've been building, and I knew this could not be wrong. Something in the way you make me feel, something in your eyes that seals the deal.
Magic. It's in
Come on now, put your hands together for our superstar, Salome in the building. It's no illusion, that's real magic that we just got to witness, and it's happening again in just a bit. She's not going anywhere, another performance coming at you. For now though, we've given you all the latest when it comes to the news, headlines and sport, but of course you still want to know what to wear today, and we're going to come through with exactly the plug on that, telling you everything what you can expect on your side of town. So let's get into it straight away for one last round of our Friday edition. Starting off in Polokwane, you're starting off the Friday with afternoon thunder showers. Temperatures, however, will start off with a low of 16 degrees and move up to a nice warm 31. If you're wondering what's happening for the rest of the week, well, rainfall is expected over the next few days, continuing into next Tuesday. Over in Klerksdorp, you can expect scattered thunder showers and storms from your region. Temperatures moving from 18 to 29 degrees. A little bit of light winds from the north, but rainfall is forecasted up until early next week over the next few days, so heed this warning and plan accordingly. Over in Pretoria, you can experience mostly cloudy skies, accompanied by scattered thunderstorms and light winds over from the north. Now, temperatures will range between a low of 18 and 29 degrees, and for the rest of the week, rainfall can be expected over the next few days. Over in Johannesburg, today you'll experience mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms. Temperatures ranging from 16 all the way to a high of 26 with light winds coming from the northwest. But for the rest of the week, plan accordingly. Wet weather, rainy conditions are forecasted over the next few days. Stay warm out there. And in Mbombela, today brings mostly sunny conditions with light winds from the east. Temperatures are going to start off at 18, moving up to a nice warm 30 degrees. And again, the rest of the week looks like very sporadic conditions. So again, take each day as it comes. Moving to Bloemfontein, today brings mostly partly cloudy conditions, accompanied with some scattered thunderstorms and light winds coming from the northwest. Today, however, starts with a chilly 17, but moves to a nice warm 32, and wet patterns coming through towards the end of next week. Over in Richards Bay, experiencing partly cloudy skies, a low of 23 and a high of 30 degrees. Nice and warm today. Moderate winds coming through from the northeast and clear skies with warm temperatures forecasted for most of the week, all the way up until the end of the weekend. So I hope you make the most of that one. Over in Durban, hopefully similar conditions. You can expect cloudy skies. Temperatures ranging from a nice warm 23 and keeping it cool at 29 degrees. Winds will be moderate from the northeast. The temperatures for the rest of the week in the upper 20s, so enjoy the warmer weather. Moving over to Mthatha, today you'll experience afternoon thunderstorms. Temperatures are starting off at 19 and moving to a nice high of 31. Light winds from the east and heavy rainfall can be expected for the rest of the week. So maybe you want to bring those jackets, but not too warm because it's still ranging in the 30 degrees with the wet conditions. Cradock, however, the region is experiencing some cloudy morning skies and it's going to be a clear afternoon. Temperatures are rising from 18 all the way up to 35 degrees. It's going to get warm out there and high temperatures can be expected all the way in the lower 30s all the way through for the rest of the week and some wet conditions. GQ Oberga, you're going to be experiencing some partly cloudy skies. Temperatures all the way from 21 to 29 degrees. A little bit of wind from the east, but for the rest of the week, it looks like warm temperatures accompanied with a little bit of rain forecasted for the rest of the week. So stay dry out there, GQ. George up next, though, bringing some afternoon showers to your region. Temperatures starting off at 18, moving up to a high just under 30 degrees, and strong winds coming through from the southwest. There is obviously rainfall, and it can be expected over the next couple days too. Over in the mother city up next, you starting off your Friday. You got some cloudy morning skies transitioning into some sunny conditions. So strong winds are coming through from the south actually, and then temperatures are starting at 19 up to 27. Rest of the week, a lot of wind coming through. So maybe you want to stay indoors or stay sheltered from the wind's direction over the next couple days. Sutherland, abundant sunshine. That's what's happening on your side of town. 13 all the way to 32 degrees. A little bit of wind coming through from the west. But for the rest of the week, you've got a lot of hard temperatures to expect. Get the hat on, make the most of the beautiful weather, and enjoy the sunshine. I'm hoping it's the same for Kimberley, because today there is going to be a little bit of scattered thunderstorms, starting off at 20 degrees, but moving to a nice warm 36, and a lot of hot conditions coming through for the rest of the week. Some light winds from the northwest, but again, some rainfall expected over Friday, but then it's sunny skies throughout, so enjoy. Uppington, a little bit of thunderstorms accompanied by light winds from the northwest. Temps are going to start off at 22 and then moving to a scorching 39 degrees. And check out the rest of the temperatures. For the weekend, you are well into the 40s, up to 41 degrees. So make sure you stay safe out there. Here's what you can expect all around the country when it comes to the patterns and the weather conditions. And listen, we've got one more time to celebrate our sunrise view of the hour. Ishmael, I've got to thank you so much. All the way from Strandfontein. Look how good this looks. The sun has just pinged in the horizon, just over the mountains there. Doesn't look like there's too much traffic, so hopefully you're heading to the work safely or wherever you are, or heading into the weekend. I think we can head into it with a promise of just magic ahead. For now, though, I've got to remind you, we're going to do this all again on Monday morning, bright and early. The number's 0630369649. Why? Because we absolutely love to see how you start your day wherever you are in the country, or hey, maybe even the world. For now, though, whoa, there's just more myth, glamour, glitz, and anticipation that we're going to bring you, and some performances along the way. So get ready to be inspired. We'll see you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Saddle up, Cape Town. The 2026 World Sports Betting Cape Town Mets is galloping into town tomorrow. Well, it kind of feels like the party's already started. It brings a day of thrilling, unmatched horse racing, obviously the glitz and the glamour that we love, and unbelievable entertainment. And this year, it's all about, yes, a symphony of speed, but we love the symphony of style as well. Our theme that combines the excitement of the track and world-class fashion. There's entertainment and unforgettable experiences. So we want to get the inside scoop with the World Sports Betting CSI and Events Manager, Patience Shabalala, who looks race ready, Sponsorship Manager Nick Moyo, and VIP and Hospitality Executive, the man who knows, Bob Urim. I don't know if he's going to share any of those secrets with us today, but we're going to get as many predictions as we can. We want to make this an unforgettable experience. The more you know, the more you enjoy it. Welcome. And I would normally say in my industry, break a leg. Don't break a leg tomorrow. That's not in your industry. Patience, I'm going to start with you. Well done. We have been getting kind of a measure of the theme this year from everyone who is in the know, and they love it. But for you, who is going to have to live the symphony of style tomorrow, what does that theme embody?
I think last year I said something like, don't be comfortable. I said, you know, beauty is pain or something like that. This year, I think it's about who you are as an individual, because style infinitely is not about trends, but it's how you introduce yourself and who you are. So I just feel like there's no trend to follow specifically, but it just needs to communicate, so to harmonize in that sense. Let the shoe talk to the belt and the bag, and you know, like the combos must communicate.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then come together in a crescendo.
You know what I mean? Like give
no,
it a
I love
very
it.
Good ending.
And I get excited because we know the designers, we know the ecosystem that gets promoted up to the next rung in the industry. So I love that. Nick?
Yes.
Predictors. You exist in a wonderful place. The punters, I think, must be going through the most preparing when we've got so many amazing horses in the mix, amazing jockeys, amazing trainers, and the moment like this must be a very exciting 24 hours for you, my friend.
Yes, certainly is. I think this year we have quite an exciting horse sports betting Cape Town Med predictor, you know, where you stand a chance to win up to 1 million rand.
What?
Simply by picking or predicting the exact order of the first 6 horses of the race. And also, even if you partially get it correct, you still have a chance to win other amazing prizes. So nothing better than that, right?
Oh, yeah, you should have started with that. No, I love getting into the nuance of the betting on the horses, but you guys understand that this is about accessibility. It's about bringing people into our winner's circle in dynamic ways. So the platform is primed. I love that. There are so many little points and nuances. The devil is in the detail. Yeah. So can we start with the barrier draw? How much of a difference does that make? What's going through the trainers' minds and the jockeys' minds? I won't ask you to speak to the horses yet. Maybe you know them that well. But why is this such a pivotal moment?
It's if you make an analogy with an athletics 400-meter track, and if you imagine that the guy who's drawn on the inside, if everyone was racing, then if you're drawn on the inside, then your distance to cover for the circuit is less. So the barrier draw comes into significance. Probably not so much tomorrow because there's only 11 runners in the field tomorrow. But some horses like to run from the back, some horses like to be in the middle of the race, and some horses have got a very strong electrifying finish and they come straight from the back, you know. So the jockeys, being only 11 runners tomorrow, I think they'll pretty much figure it out who's going to be leading, who's going to be in the middle, and who's going to, and you know, they've got to navigate 2,000 meters, which is 4 times around the track, 4 bends. So the barrier draw is important, but it's more important in a race where there could be 16 or 20 runners. Tomorrow, 11 runners. It's not so important.
It kind of balances it out just a little bit.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that these riders, they know each other so well. They know these horses so well. There's a lot of kind of swapping in between. In fact, this is a shared ecosystem, this whole space. It's the one event where you'll see just about every performer, every pundit, every sportsman, everyone showing up.
Yes.
But it also sets the tone for the gigs, the entertainment for the rest of the year. You guys want to step in at that level. What's got you most excited about entertainment this year?
My word. Okay, so there's 4 highlight performers that I'm really looking forward to. First, I'll mention Heavenly Sent Mikasa. I cannot wait. I just think they will take us through a very emotional, soulful type of experience because it brings you back to, you know, back in the days. So I'm really excited about that journey. If you've been a fan of like the Parlor Tones or one of the 4, I think Durban Gogo as well, sorry. So Durban Gogo, I have to mention Durban Gogo because I'm a Durban girl. and I can't wait for like that Mapiano type of vibe.
I think Cape Town is ready. No, Durban Gogo is going to absolutely slay enough. I think people are speaking about it. DJ Gremlin in the house as well. And I like the fact that you've got artists to take us, or DJ Dre in the mix. You've got artists to take us through the full, I don't want to say 24 hours, but it does feel like that kind of marathon. And when Mikasa, we know that Jay Something is a consummate master of the moment.
Absolutely.
But I wonder if these guys are using their station to get any little tips around the side. Because I've learned that you guys, as much as you look like you're giving us tips, you never really give the tips. So give us some tips, man. No, I'm going to ask you to give us some do's and don'ts.
Sure.
If we want to embrace it and we want to bet and we want to sink our teeth in and experience that thrill, which is unmatched to me, what is your advice?
My advice, the key things to focus on really here is that you should have fun, be well informed, so definitely know what's happening around the horses, and also remember it's entertainment, so the real thrill here is the horse racing. That's my best advice.
And it is. Once you've sit through the whole day and you understand the nuance, it's crazy.
Yeah. I think a big thing about tomorrow is it's one of the most prestigious races in South Africa. It's got
In the world, it's got a global profile,
and it will be screened all around the world tomorrow. It's betting into an international pool. But on tomorrow, I think every trainer, every jockey, every owner of a horse wants to win a race tomorrow. It's a very, very prestigious day. Horses in the last, I'd say for the whole year, they've been prepared just for the day tomorrow. So everything that they've done in the last 12 months is leading up to the final day of the execution of the race tomorrow. It's once your horse has won any one of the races tomorrow, you know, you're there in history, you're there forever.
You're on a different level.
You're on a different level, and especially the winner of the WSB Met, which tomorrow is the 8th race on a 12-race card.
Okay.
I think the race is at 4:05 tomorrow. And getting back to the betting side of it, I think do your work in advance, have a look at the form card. The form card is computer form, which is here. You know, if you study the form a little bit, and there are lots of different types of permutations that you can play into, and some of the pools tomorrow are going to exceed 7, 8, 9, 10 million rand.
Wow.
So, you know, you've got to pick 6, which is probably going to be minimum 8 or 9 million. And you don't have to play big money to get involved in one of those permutations or selections. As long as you pick the 6 races in the pick 6, and you can even play it for 10 rand if you want. And the potential is there to win more than 8 or 9 million rand, you know.
Wow.
Obviously, the bigger the perm you take, the more chances you've got. But it's not a day where people are going to win and lose hundreds of thousands of rands. I mean, you can go with 200-300 rand in your pocket and you can cover the whole day. But the thing is to look at the form card before the race day starts.
Completely,
Yeah,
but that's half the enjoyment.
That's right, yeah.
That being said, I try to rely on my own education, didn't win at all.
Yeah.
Asked my son for his favourite name on the list, gave it, and I made back everything in the final race.
You got lucky that way, I guess.
Is it rude for me to ask you who you're thinking about tomorrow? I know you guys sit on the inside of the ecosystem, but what names have got you excited going into the race?
In the Met tomorrow, there's I'll be honest with you, there's 11 runners in the race, which is the big race. And you can make a case for every single horse in the race that would have a potential chance of winning. My personal favourite is a horse called 8 on 18.
Oh, had a fantastic year last
Yeah,
year.
fantastic last year. But every single horse in the race, if you study the form, if you listen to the tipsters, the experts, the pundits, they can make a case for 7 or 8 horses. But actually, with a bit of luck on the day, any horse could win the race.
I would say See It Again. See It Again. That's a favourite.
And again, a brilliant year last year.
With See It Again, it's a bit of a romantic story because for the last 2 years, it's been one of the favourites in the race. Tomorrow, it's been ridden by a jockey called Andrew Fortune. Andrew Fortune went into retirement. He put a ton of weight on. He then wanted to come back to be a jockey. He took all the weight off. And now he's riding at about 60 kgs, and he is the jockey tomorrow for See It Again.
Ooh.
And it's had a magnificent prep. It's trained by a trainer called Justin Snaith. And
that's okay, you can leave it there, actually.
Yeah.
Did anyone else win anything last year? So we love the Snaiths, and we love all the trainers that put blood, sweat, and tears in early mornings. One name from you?
The Royal Prince.
These are all names we heard last year. Now I'm terrified, but so excited to put a bet down. That's, for me, where the real enjoyment comes to bear. The excitement is building. It is clear that this year's World Sports Betting Cape Town Met isn't just about horse racing. It's a chance to educate yourself, yes, and take a deep dive, but we also celebrate style, music, just pure adrenaline, and yes, elite athletic performances on the track. And speaking of excitement, it's time to reveal our 6 lucky winners of those double general access tickets and 5,000 Rand cash each. The winning continues. So we've got Olivia van Nicker, congratulations. Andrea Geldenace. We've got Tosin Samuel, Mbali Dlamini, Elizabeth Brasson, and Forrest Valentine. Some beautiful names. They actually match the Mets. Very, very glam, and we are looking forward to see you glammed up. Congratulations, enjoy your winnings, and hopefully we'll see you trackside. Enjoy all the glitz and glam and those thrills that are going to come in spades. We hope that you will have the most winning day, or just enjoy being there with everyone else. And your name wasn't called? Don't worry. Stop horsing around. You can grab your World Sports Betting Cape Town Met tickets from CompuTicket for a steal and join the action yourself. All the best of luck.
And we're so excited to get into the last bits of the show with more inspiration and more goodness. We have to, of course, get another performance by Salome herself. It's complicated, baby. That's going to be all of us going on forward when it comes to our relationship status. I'm joking. Listen, she's definitely going to bring a fantastic, magical performance your way. And then we're going back to the office. I know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we're in it. It's our reality. And Game is going to help us kind of transition well and get over that hump. We'll get into it straight after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, you came to the right place, Mzansi. Welcome back, your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And also, maybe welcome back to school. I know we're officially into the swing of things. A couple of weeks and y'all are doing the things. But of course, January's to-do list is maybe still feeling a little bit long. We've got a lot to get going. And I think Game is about to make our lives a whole lot easier. Whether you're sorting stationery, upgrading your study space, or prepping lunches, they have all the back-to-school must-haves in one place at prices that you're gonna love.
I absolutely love that, because maybe we get the extra 9 weeks in January. So so that we can prepare for the year. That's why we get it.
This month is hectic.
I have a feeling maybe we just need a bit more time to prepare. From everyday classroom must-haves to some smart organization tools that are next level, these deals tick all the boxes for a strong start. So I'm going to jump right in. Pen Gear, 288-page A4 hardcover. If you know what that is, you probably need one. $34.99, and generally I think you'll need a lot of them.
Yeah, man.
If you're going to be logging
Remember when
and
we used to
doing
cover these before school? This was like proper stuff. I used to use these ones for like maths and just like artsy stuff. But on top of this, you also get the Kenzel A4 pocket file, and this is only $14.99. It is not much at all. But of course, organizing has not looked any better than this.
And I do like the translucent color. I like that, so you can still
Transparency,
organize,
you
but you
can
can
see what's going
in
on
it.
in there.
Very, very
Brilliant,
nice.
yeah.
Then we've got the Casio Scientific Calculator. This used to be the pinnacle of stationery when I was younger.
Find the root of.
I always think of that as like the same computation power that sent a rocket to the moon.
Pretty much, bro. You're like,
it's pretty much what it is.
You got it all in there, man. Oh, I'm getting trauma saying these words.
Yeah, I know. So I kind of have gone back to an old school way of taking notes. I've realized that I'm visual. I need something to take my notes in, and I've got a tiny little note thing that I use so much. I look like a crazy person.
Are you still using it today?
Very much so.
Yeah.
So for me, I need to have that kind of hard copy note taker. So funny enough, it's not so much a lean into tech that'll all come as the year unfolds and you see what you need. For me, I actually do need a pen and paper to start my year. It's vital.
I feel you, but I think the organization is where I'm really leaning towards now. I was never organized when I was in school. So having like running your own business, having to learn how to file things and organize things and make sure you have receipts and documents, organization is literally making it enjoyable versus a painful experience.
Now you've just made me I'm thinking, surely there's an accountant for that. Surely
I know,
there
bro.
is someone.
Help me out. But listen, it's easier that we've got these tools, okay?
All right. Now, because back to school also means back to packing lunches, these food savers make mornings much quicker. And trust me, it can make a big difference in those critical moments. So we got the Etuma Food Saver 10-pack, just 100 Rand. Take a look at that. Beautiful colors as well. And a half litre, it really does carry enough.
Hey, bro, it's like you're getting like 10 for 100. That's amazing because when I was in school, I needed more than one lunchbox.
I was going to say.
So I needed this in my life.
Now you can meal prep. Absolutely love that.
Well, listen, this is also a way to set up the perfect homework zone and finish the look with the school-ready gear that lasts all year because you know we're going to get involved in this one. And why not start with the Kenzo desk? And that's 1,399 Rand. You know you want to get organized, but you've got to do it on something, and this is the perfect companion to do that.
I love that. It looks pretty stylish as well. It kind of feels like you're creating a workspace office. Love that. And then we've got something quite gorgeous as well. Parker Girls backpack, because you want to look the part as you enter into school, especially if you're shifting up into higher standards. Just $5.99, that beautiful backpack. Have your little one looking amazing.
Did you have like a study desk or anything this cool when you were growing up?
No.
Where did you do your homework?
No, I tried to use whatever my sister had used so that educational osmosis would happen. Literally, I think I tried to absorb her intellect. I would do my homework on her homework desk. It didn't work, unfortunately.
I did it at the dining room table, bro, because I didn't want to like miss out on TV and shows.
I was going to say, no, my mother would make me do it on the dining room table.
Don't do what I did, guys. Well, listen, everything from stationery, calculators to desks, lunch savers and backpacks, Game has back to school covered in one easy trip, and the prices that make sense and deals valid all the way up until the 1st of February. So what are you waiting for? Head to your nearest Game store or shop online now and get ready for a smooth, stress-free school year and just a great year in general.
Can we set the tone with a beautiful tone right now, in fact? Maybe that button you need pushed to get energized for the year ahead comes through a gorgeous voice. We have been reveling, spending some time with Mark Lottering, one of our favorite human beings, matched by another. Salome is here. She's got brand new tunes to share with us and a little bit of nostalgia as well. This might be the one that makes us cry, hopefully.
On the inverse, Gray, I think this is the one that's going to get us dancing for this Friday, and that's the energy that we're wanting so bad. And who better to bring in than our girl, Salome? We love it down, and I can't wait to get into this. In fact, right now, get up if you can in anticipation for It's Complicated by Salome.
Another song by Mr. Mark Lottering. Hey, there's nothing complicated about this morning. Let's go. complicated. A round of applause for my backup dancers. Yes.
How
I love
even?
it.
How do you do that long, drawn out?
In the morning, eh?
Hey, I'm impressed. I'm
The
absolutely
lung
bowing down. Bowing down.
It's a lot of coffee that I had.
Reminding you to head over to Web Tickets. Go get those tickets. There's a week of the show left. Of course, magic is all that we want. CompuTickets, of course, that's where you want to head online. Yes. And of course, it's just magic that we're looking forward to. Thank you so much for blessing us. Absolutely love you. Have a beautiful weekend. Mzansi, don't go anywhere. The magic continues right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Success starts with one opportunity. You could win a Stadio Tuition bursary for your 2026 studies and take the next step toward a career that matters. Stadio Higher Education offers flexible, career-focused qualifications designed to prepare you for the real world of work, wherever and however you study. If you're ready to invest in your future, this is your moment. Enter now and tell us why you deserve this bursary. Your future begins with just one try.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Hey, you beautiful person. Yes, I'm talking to you right there. Welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And we're going to make you feel real good right now as we get to the kitchen for something bright, bold, and full of flavor. Chef Clem Pedro is here. I'm not talking about that.
I like that.
Well, he's here to do exactly that. He's here to bring a dish that brings roasted tricolore peppers, spicy tomato rice, and juicy grilled prawns all together for a fresh, vibrant meal. Perfect for the weekend. And it's, I think, simple enough for a weeknight, but impressive enough to entertain guests all over the weekend. So let's get into the Chef Clem, because we've been absolutely celebrating these vibrant colors and flavors from the tricolore peppers.
Love
and
them.
Remind us why these things are so special, why they are adding so much good flavor, and what's going on here.
So, first things first, I actually went to the farm. One thing I learned, as a chef student, you get taught that a pepper will grow and is green, and then from there it'll turn to orange or yellow, and then it'll become red.
Oh, there's phases.
Yeah, there's phase of ripeness. I learned that that's not the case. Oh? No, if you want a red pepper, there's a red pepper seed, and Same for the yellow, same for the orange.
So was the farm just full of like colors?
Colorful everywhere.
Like Christmas, bro.
But aroma as well. So very quickly, let's actually get this charring. There is a difference in flavor. So with your yellow, I find that you get a little more citrusy vibes to it.
Careful there, you want to grab this?
You know what? Let's not live on the edge. Okay, living on the edge is working.
There we go.
Yellow one's got a little more citrusy notes to it, which I really
makes
love.
sense.
So beautiful bright flavor thing, almost coriander-like. In the background citrus note, right?
Okay, that tanginess.
The
almost.
tanginess.
Yeah.
Then you got the orange, which brings this beautiful sweetness to the dish. Again, there's a subtle citrusiness in it, but it's more the sweetness and fruitiness that comes through. Then we talk red pepper. That's when you start adding depth to dishes. The fruitiness is also there, but there's a layer of savoriness with it, which makes it so different, which gives reason to combine all three peppers in a dish like we're doing today.
You're getting such a broad flavor
Absolutely.
accompaniment with it. And it's so fascinating to me how when you lend into this world of color, that the colors almost represent those flavors. There's tannins and there's terpenes in there, and they kind of are common across certain fruits. So that's obviously where these flavors are coming from as well.
Mother Nature doesn't do anything by accident.
No.
So it's an indicator right there what you can expect. What I am doing now is I'm charring the peppers to get the skin nice and black. Sorry, actually I can't do that on TV. I need to use the tongs. Influence. Yes, use the influence. Don't be like Clem.
Come on.
Don't be like Clem.
Do not try this at home.
Don't try this at home. Use your tongs, though. That's what you do. And you're gonna go straight over the flame. You're gonna char the skin. If you don't have a gas burner, under the grill. Air fryer, also.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Nice,
What you want is you want it to be black. When you think it's black enough, make it blacker.
Okay, and that's not burning it?
No, it's not burning it. What's happening is it's blistering the skin. Then when you put that in a bowl and let it steam, the skin separates. We've got some over there. The skin separates from it.
Can I grab this?
And you can decide whether you want to take the skin off or keep the skin on.
You can literally see that happening.
And you can take the skin if you want. I think it's fine to keep it on, but what has happened is we've intensified that flavor even more. In the pan, we have garlic and onions, cooking that down. Super delicious. I'm gonna a little bit of this. A little bit of this. I want to keep some of it. And I'm just gonna, you know what I love about peppers? No knife. Just kind of tear them.
Oh,
I feel like it
just look at that.
It's so natural and so amazing when you just tear it instead of like blockies and you're just eating or something. No. Keep it natural.
This is authentic, yeah.
To it. And okay, once you actually master this dish, and mastering it is literally going to take you two times making this dish.
So are you bringing out some of the flavors of the peppers with some of the similarities that it has? I see you got a tomato base here, so bringing some of that out.
Well, thank you for answering that question. There's a decent amount of oil in the pan. What's happening is the oil's taking all the flavor of the onion, of the garlic, of the tomato paste, of the pepper. The oil becomes an ingredient on its own.
Nice.
And like I say, so if you make this dish twice, you'll understand what things are supposed to look like, smell like, sound like. Friend, you'll be able to make this dish with your eyes closed after that.
Just by the sheer, like, brilliant smells and flavors
using
coming
your
through.
senses, absolutely. My new thing is whenever I add tin tomatoes to a dish, I reduce it even further because there's water in there.
Yes.
You want to concentrate tomato flavor, get rid of the water. So this is where you got to be patient at home, South Africa. I think we're working on the patience. You're going to let this go for about 10 minutes, Raul.
Nice, okay.
And you're going to want that. Okay, you can chill for a bit.
So be patient.
Be patient.
Let the aromas fill up in the house.
Yes.
Make your house smell like a home.
It's going to become dark and red, and you're going to see the intensity. From there, we're going to go in with, we've got some coriander, we've got some paprika, and a little bit of cayenne, and we've got some chili in.
Ooh,
and
spice it up.
You could bloom the spices in the beginning. I'm kind of liking this vibe. You get another layer, fresher flavor of spices.
And again, the oil's going to kind of like bring that all together, start adding in that like nice volume to it, but at the same time, all the flavor.
Yes, and the reason that, and again, you're talking about the oil, I love it. It's almost like we're connected via Bluetooth. You will know when you're ready for the next ingredient when the oil starts coming out.
Oh, okay.
The oil's going to start leaching out of it, and that's going to hold color, hold flavor. So I love that you brought that up.
It's quite cool how you're getting involved in this recipe. So now you're going to go with rice next.
But ask your question.
No. There wasn't a question. It was just taking notice of the fact that this meal is forcing you to be involved, which I love as a form of cooking. Get involved in the food, get passionate, look at it, feel it, experience it, and that really creates a moment out of what's going on here. You preparing something delicious for somebody.
And that's the intention behind it, intentional cooking.
Yes, we spoke about that at the beginning of the year,
it's
man.
coming up every single time, being intentional with our actions. Even when you mentioned rice now, I'm so subjective to like what people say around me. You said rice, I put rice in. It wasn't supposed to go in yet.
Sorry, bro.
It wasn't.
Apologies.
And that's something that we're taking on board a lot on TV. That's why I said I can't actually just handle the peppers like that. That's irresponsible. We've got such a big responsibility standing on camera to teach our nation there about food, proper cooking techniques. So we are being so intentional this year in what we're doing.
We're no longer gatekeeping anything.
No.
Everybody must win. If you win, we feel more like a winner. I think that's the sentiment
That's it.
that we are living off of. So much like this recipe, you can scan the QR code right now. The recipe is online and all the inspiration. But I want to ask more technical questions because I
Go
know
for
there's
it.
two things that we struggle to get right. It's rice and it's prawns.
Oh,
Okay?
friend,
rice,
yes.
we want to get that perfect sort of balance where you can absorb it. And then the prawns I want to figure out because it can go from like raw to cooked really quickly and sometimes overcooked. So getting that perfect balance. Let's start with the rice.
Okay, so rice is gone in. What's going to happen is we brought the mixture up to a boil first.
Okay.
Okay? It doesn't have to be a rolling boil. You actually don't want it to be a rolling boil. If it's a rolling boil, what's going to happen is it's going to start cooking the outside of the rice too quickly versus the inside.
Ooh, great tip.
So we want it just to simmer, just to let it know that it's there.
Yeah.
That's when we add the rice. Next part, you're gonna make sure all the rice is covered with the liquid.
Submerged, yeah.
And then you never touch it again.
Oh, really? No stirring?
You
no...
do not. Ryle.
Are you sure?
That's a swear word in the rice
Whoa,
community.
really? Don't
you
ever.
never stir. That's gonna keep on cooking. The rice is gonna hydrate. It's gonna pick up all the moisture. The starch is
It's
gonna
like
release.
little sponges now
Yeah.
you put in there.
If you start stirring it now, you're gonna start releasing the starch too quickly. You don't. This is not a risotto. It's not a risotto. So where it's a risotto, you start stirring now because you want the starch. You don't want the starch here. Prawns.
Hey, it makes sense. Okay, okay.
Very quickly.
So rice, sorted prawns, yeah?
Do we have time for the prawns?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, let me give you
Let's
the
try.
crux of the instructions, basically. Prawns, when you get them, you always, and only thaw them out in room temperature. You don't put them in water. You don't put them in the microwave.
Don't defrost them with like... Okay,
No,
okay.
none. What you do is you season it with salt an hour before the time. Okay, here's why. The prawns came from the ocean, right?
Yes.
So you're taking them out the ocean and you're frozen them. During that freezing process, water actually escapes the prawns. What you're doing is you're adding a bit of the ocean back into the prawns.
Okay.
So
giving the prawns some electrolytes.
Yes. No, yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is. The electrolytes, and exactly in doing that, is going to plump up the skin, give it almost like energy.
And like volumize
There we
it
go.
almost in a weird way. That's crazy.
That's going to sit for about an hour.
I've never done this, man.
You
I'm
need
like
to.
kicking myself. Okay.
You need to. So you basically add in the ocean back to the prawns, and that's going to do all its seasoning. Half
So
the
an extra
cooking.
tip, sea salt, maybe.
Make it the special kind. Half the cooking of prawns, and hear this, is done on the stove over the heat. The other half will happen while it rests.
Oh, after the fact.
That's
Okay.
why we end up with prawns that are like bouncing balls,
rubber, yeah.
because they continue cooking after it comes off the heat, and that's what we forget.
Okay, so factor that in next time you're making prawns.
Absolutely. I'm not even going to add the garlic. Let's just go straight prawns.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
add
do it.
afterwards. Get your water, your water.
Oil.
Get your oil nice and shiny and dancing. You want a little bit of smoke. I feel like we're scared of smoke in the kitchen. A little bit of smoke's good. That's an indicator that we are there. Don't overcrowd the pan. If you add too much, it's going to steam. Water's going to come out.
Okay.
If you have to cook it in batches, cook it in batches.
Okay, so make sure there's like a little bit of space in between almost?
Yeah, absolutely. And as soon as it hits the we're not adding salt now again. It's been seasoned already.
Yeah.
As soon as it hits the oil, the moisture starts coming out. That was that white bubble that you saw. And that sound is actually the moisture coming out of the prawns. And what you're going to do now is just make sure they're all coated in oil. It's changing already. You
can see the color,
The pink is coming through. Right, it's time to flip.
Whoa, whoa.
You're there already. And this is going to be like another 20 seconds, and you're done.
Okay, so final steps. How do we put this dish together so we can just send Mzansi home to a beautiful weekend of delicious food?
Okay, very quickly. Rice comes out, cooks beautifully. You're going to top it with our beautiful peppers. Those prawns go on. If you can, herbs. Go crazy with your herbs. Dill, parsley, mint, load it. Because it's rice, it's going to taste even better tomorrow and the day after that. But you're going to finish all the prawns anyway.
Well, yeah, you probably are.
Yeah. This is a good recipe. It works every time.
Unbelievable. I'm definitely making this one this weekend, and you can too, Mzansi. What are you waiting for? Find the recipe at expressoshow.com. If you're wanting anything inspirational, well, you come to the right place. And speaking of, we've got someone that's coming through for our Friday dance that's going to do exactly that. So we'll see you around the corner. Shop these tricolore peppers and tricolore peppers at Woolworths, available in-store, online, and of course, on the app. Oh, man, this smells delicious.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, you beautiful people. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And I think I've got something to make you feel darn good, but only if you get involved. And now you stand a chance to win big by playing Powerball and Powerball Plus for 26 million rand in total estimated jackpots, all happening today. So don't miss out. Play the Powerball for an estimated 15 million rand and the Powerball Plus for an estimated 11 million rand. Wow, wow, wow. So this is how you get involved. Buy your tickets now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply dial *120 *7529# and then follow the USSDs. That's simple. And all the details are also on our Expresso social media pages. So go check it out and right now and get yourself in the running to win big. We're talking about Powerball and Powerball Plus, 26 million rand in total estimated jackpots. Feeling like a jackpot winner right now? Well, here's some energy to get you there.
Absolutely. You know we're going to send you off into your Friday with an absolute banger and an incredibly remarkable woman at that as well. Joining us today, we have the privilege of speaking with Zara Yazbek, an incredible South African ballerina whose journeys just captivated audiences both here but also globally. From starring in Alice in Wonderland at Cape Town's Artscape Theatre to representing South Africa on the world stage, Zara's dedication to her craft has really earned her global recognition with 3 IDO World Championship titles under her belt, or even within her costume. She embodies the future of ballet in South Africa. Firstly, Zara, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Representing us on a global stage is incredible, but please for a moment take us back to the beginning. What really sparked your interest and love for ballet?
So I started dancing when I was 2 years old. My mom was a ballerina at Cape Ab. She was the ballerina, and then she opened her own dance academy. And of course, when I started to walk, of course I had to go into dancing as per usual. But then as I grew older and older, I just loved to dance even more. And now it's my passion and my therapy. Yeah.
That is beautiful. And there is something about movement being therapy, and we're seeing moments right now on your screen as well. Thank you so much for honoring your calling, and shout out to moms as well for just instilling that beautiful legacy. And you do represent South Africa on a global stage, as I mentioned earlier. What does that feel like carrying the South African flag?
Jeez, it's a lot. But you know, when I was waiting for my results and then they said, Zara Yazbek, World Championships from South Africa, I was overwhelmed, but in the best way.
Right.
And then I got my medals, I got my trophy, I stood there, and they just played the national anthem, and I was so proud of my country, and I was so lucky to be a representative of that.
Oh my gosh, and we are proud of you. There you are receiving your absolute honor, and thank you so much for honestly just flying our flag so high and so proudly and so incredibly. In fact, if you've never seen her perform, here's your opportunity to feel proudly South African on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Zara, congrats again, and we want you to please take to the stage.
Thank you.
Nada Feel Good production.